You don't really see many hot dogs in my area. Burgers, yeah, they're everywhere. They're a universal food, but hot dogs, they're never on a menu. I feel like you're supposed to buy a hot dog from like a stall. Speak for yourself. I think the last time I had a hot dog was in Cork City at a stall with like some gourmet hot dogs, and they were very nice, but there are plenty of sexy canines here. Ugh. Thousands of hot dogs in your area. I don't like that. I mean, technically, the tweet I shared earlier is... Would you count that as furry fetish art? Furry vor? But it wasn't dogs. And in general, I don't get it. I don't get furry stuff. Feel free, but I don't fully get it. I sent Dreya a picture of my hot dog. Let's load the game. Where was I? I did log in very briefly to change and upgrade my armor and stuff like that. But other than that, I didn't do anything. Don't feel totally free to. Feel a little shame. If you want to dress up like a sexy dog and just sort of yiff yourself silly, there's no judgment here. I'm fine with it. As long as I don't feel pressured to do it myself, that's cool. Like, who could have a problem? As long as you keep it to within that, like, FurCon or whatever it's called. Is it FurCon where they all go to the convention and get sweaty with each other? Although I imagine a default experience for a furry is sweat, because those suits look fucking hot. And I mean temperature-wise, not sexually. Like, they look so bulky and hot. Also, they take like $6,000 to commission. Please keep me away from the thing I know more than most of you about. I feel like this is on you, though. Like, if you're on the internet, as much as I know all of you people are, you should know a little bit about furry culture, because they're everywhere. It was nice. There were some big furs with yellow visibility vests on, guiding the other furries. Oh, like service furrows. That's very cute. Maybe we're into different things. I just feel like furries get into everything. You know, they're like mold, which can be furry. It made it look like a school trip. A lollipop furry! This is my main exposure to the cursed sections of the internet. I've watched the MLP documentary and I didn't go down the furry hole. I have not seen the MLP documentary. That scares me as a title. Because I don't know if I... You know how I said I'm perfectly fine with furries and there's no judgment? Bronies, they might be a slightly different beast. And it's not because of the culture that grew up around it. It's the fact that they tend to be adults watching a show for toddlers. The fighting game furry gifted me. The fighting game furry gifted me a sub to a fighting channel once. Sonic, what's his face? Sonic Wolf. I believe he's famous. Yes. How can this be your main exposure to the cursed section of the internet, by the way? I know you're on Twitter. Like, these things just percolate into your brain over years of rampant internet use. If you're just scrolling through stuff, you'll see people mention it and go, what's that? It's just about fans of the show. A lot of people otherwise isolated seem to find a community. Mostly wholesome, though. Obviously some obsession. I don't know. I've never actually watched My Little Pony. I think My Little Pony was made by the same people who made Powerpuff Girls? That's somewhere in the back of my brain. And I quite like Powerpuff Girls. I think Powerpuff Girls was a good show. I have a ridiculous breadth of knowledge. Fucking autism, ADHD, wiki holes. Exactly. You'll just like see something absolutely fucked on social media and then you look up the Wikipedia page of it. Not heard of any pop culture, but knows deep cursed internet lore. So I've never heard a Missy Elliott song, but you know, everybody's been on the Wikipedia page for sounding, right? You're the main cursed account on my Twitter as well. You people are just not curious enough. I like the outtakes from the recording booth where you'll have these wholesome characters mess up and mutter, oh fuck me, or Fluttershy screaming shit. See, I don't know who Fluttershy is. No, you nerd. It's difficult to convey how just because you know a lot about a thing doesn't mean you're interested in it. Thank you. Because I feel like I mention a lot of these things a lot, but I'm not into any of them. Really puts that old military song into perspective. I don't know what military song you're referring to. Hitler has only got one ball. That one? I don't know how that would tie in. Right, let's, I don't know what the fuck we were doing. Let me look at my stuff. Voga the Hutt has asked you to speak with Lieutenant Gren on behalf in regards to establishing a trade agreement. So we're going back to Telos, to save Telos. Oh, I don't know what I've been told. Oh, Christ, that is a horrible, horrible sentence to read in a chat. Also, I don't think they're meant to go in cold. Again, from the not that much I know about it, I think they are supposed to be metal, but I think you're meant to warm them up first. Like, just hold them in your hand for a while, lube them up very efficiently, and then just sort of slowly thread it in. Like threading a needle, but a urethra. If you can jog with a rod up your rod, you can dodge a ball. I don't think you're meant to be... Oh, God, I don't think you're supposed to keep it in there. Like, while you go walking around. Surely. Like, I don't know, again, I've never seen anybody try, but I'm sure you can't just, like, put a rod in there and then just go about your day. It's not like a butt plug. Like... You know how a butt plug, people get off on having them in around, but like a sounding... Number one, you'd have to maintain that erection for a while, right? I don't think you can sound while soft. So like, you'd have to maintain that for an unhealthily long time if you were going around with it. Is being hit in the balls like a sharp nerve ending pain or like a blunt heart drop pain? The second one. Emma was talking about this the other day for some reason. Emma was like, I feel like you see a lot of people get kicked or punched in the balls in media, and it rarely shows them like rolling around on the floor for 2 minutes retching afterwards. It's like being winded but for your genitals. It's really horrible. It's sudden and all-consuming, and then it's slow and dull and sickening and all-consuming, yes. It's like a really horrible impact, like a dull explosion of pain, and then it sort of instantly goes up into your stomach and makes you violently ill, and then you just sort of go very still and quiet for a bit. I've broken my jaw. Being kicked in the balls feels worse. Jesus. If somebody punches you in the boobs, it makes you feel like you're going to be sick and someone sat in your chest. It might be similar then, because I think the feeling of like you're going to be sick is definitely there. Like that, like you are nauseous for a good few minutes after you get punched or kicked in the balls. It doesn't happen often as an adult, but I remember as a kid, it happened a shocking amount. Well, not to me necessarily. I've probably only been like properly hurt in the testicles like 3 or 4 times in my life. It's just that you were always in a little bit of danger if you had testicles, if you were known to have testicles and you were in secondary school, you were in danger because people would just randomly get either half full bottles of water, like 500ml water bottles. This was before the reusable water bottle fad, but you'd get like half full bottles of water like slammed into your testicles, or just the back of your hand. They would call it a floppy. That was the slang term in my school. You'd just hear occasionally off in the distance behind a locker, you'd hear, "Get floppied like," and then a scream. And what that would happen with that, you were meant to make your hand go limp and then just like fucking thwack up in between somebody's legs and then laugh when somebody got hit in the balls. I didn't laugh. Even at the time I was like, I don't get it. Why are we doing this? I don't understand. Can we please stop? But sometimes the person on the ground would laugh, but I think that was mainly because it was like, if I don't laugh, they'll make fun of me more. So it was like, ha ha ha, you got me, you got me, ha. I'm really glad I'm not a teenager anymore. That was a dark period. School sucked. What the fuck? That's awful, but get floppied like made me nearly laugh. It is objectively very stupid. I think they just wanted to touch people inappropriately. It's a thing with teenage boys where they are constantly drawing testicles, drawing penises and testicles, and touching each other's ass and balls in a totally ironic, like, violent way. But it does feel suspect, doesn't it? It feels like protesting too much, especially when they were all violently homophobic in my school. Haha, good one. Flatlines. Constantly? I mean, yeah, if you were in PE or something, people would be whipping each other with fucking towels. Teenage boys whipping each other's bare asses with towels. Constantly hitting each other in the testicles, constantly drawing penises on every surface. It's like, fucking open your mind a bit. How do men pretend they're not a little bit gay when all they want to do is touch knobs and other bits? Get them whipped. Not a cognitive dissonance. It's very sad. I don't know if that exists in the same way in women.
My knob?
Like, do women, like young girls, are they like constantly drawing vulvas on each other? Or, like, fucking kneeing each other hard on the vagina. No. Like, I imagine that would still hurt a lot, because there's a lot of nerve endings there. Like, kneecap to clit would probably hurt a lot. But I don't think it has the same sort of prevalence as it does with the floppy. We do not touch each other ever until we're adults, then we hold hands and kiss. There was definitely a gay as a joke thing among me and mostly closeted friends. Definitely not. Definitely don't want to, like, hold hands or anything like that. It's like my brother who told me that he would jokingly, as a joke, hold hands with his friend in a totally ironic, joking way. Oh, I'm a guy and I'm gonna hold hands with my guy friend, and it's like all totally like no homo though. 2 years later, by the way, I am bisexual. Might be different for Gen Z in a nice way. I think it is. I think Gen Z is probably a little bit better about that sort of thing. Although you see those stats sometimes where it's like Gen Z men are getting more conservative while Gen Z women are getting more liberal or leftist, which is worrying. Receiving the cum in my mouth pranked you. I hope it is. Leans into kiss chat. Don't turn away, you're phobic. Mwah, mwah, mwah. There was a lot of, just sort of gay chicken was a thing. And it was like, you see what you're doing, right? Anyway, I should probably play the game. Oh god, the 2000s were grim. It's why I don't have any nostalgia for the 2000s in terms of anything, like movies, culture, music, anything, because I fucking hated living through the 2000s. I'm so glad the teens now, no matter how bad it is, aren't living in the 2000s. All I'm hearing is society was a mistake. It can't be worse now. I know TikTok's pretty bad, but like, it can't be worse. I had a bad time, but still have nostalgia. Brains are weird. I don't know if I have any nostalgia for the 2000s. I don't really get very nostalgic anyway. I guess, you know what? The one time I get nostalgic is about video games, because probably that was the one time I was actually happy. The one time I was actually not fucking miserable was when I was sealed in my room playing video games on my busted laptop and playing like Neverwinter Nights and shit like that. One of my friends is the same as you, hates 2000s for the most part. Has to be worse now. You can embarrass yourself online at any time. That's true. I'm glad. Although I probably was in that right age, right? Like, I was born in 96, so I'd have been 10 in 2006. So I grew up around that time where people were uploading themselves, but it wasn't as omnipresent as it is now. Like, now everything seems to be filmed and put on TikTok, and that is scary as fuck. The only solace was the distraction from life, exactly. I have said before that I used to go through most school days on 3 to 4 hours sleep. And that was because, genuinely, I puzzled it out like this. I justified it in my brain. I'm very sleep deprived, and it gave me dark circles under my eyes that lasted for like 12 years. But if I go to sleep for a normal amount of time, like 8 hours, then that means I'm spending most of my waking hours at school, right? Traveling to school, traveling back to school, and being at school. But if I cut 4 hours off my sleep, then I can spend those 4 hours making up for being at school and being quiet and on my own. And then I'll be happy and I won't have to spend as much time at school. That was my logic. School holidays, sat inside playing Flashback for 2 months. I have memories of basically not speaking to a single other person for summer holidays various times throughout my life. Like, I'd go, bye, school, and then for 3 months, just sitting and not speaking to another living person outside of my parents and brother. And being truly, genuinely miserable, but better than at school. A lad 5 years younger than me was recording me on a night out, and I was like, what the fuck, we're out. Why are you recording me? The youth. That is really fucked. I really don't like it when people record people in public. It's a real ick of mine. Like, I think it's unbelievably rude. It might be, maybe that's like me being old, but I think it's really fucked when people take photos or record people in public. Even in, like, background shots, I really am, like, finicky about that, where I won't, if I'm taking a photo of Emma or something, I won't have other people in the background. I really hate it. That's when I'll get floppy, like, hot take, nothing is good and everything is bad. Oh good, a fedora. Fantastic. This is because of my various takes. Happy slapping? Oh, happy slapping was a 2000s thing, wasn't it? I don't know if happy slapping existed outside of Britain and Ireland, because that's the only people I saw talk about it. But happy slapping was like on a fucking Nokia camera, filming yourself beating somebody up like the fucking Clockwork Orange opening. You know when you've been tangoed. Get the head on to relive the years. Oh. Just sucker punch someone and film it, yeah. Jesus. It fucking sucked. I can't say I ever experienced happy slapping. Here's my... It might be a conspiracy theory, but I think happy slapping was probably not as much of a thing as the newspapers said. A bit like the Japanese eye-licking fetish. I think it was probably like a few people. And then the fucking press went wild with it and went, everybody's happy slapping. It was probably like 3 guys. It felt like it was a Daily Mail fearmonger. It absolutely was for a bit. It was a fucking thing around me when I was in a UK school. Brings up eye licking unprompted. Well, I'm just thinking of media firestorms or whatever. Again. The Tango ad sparked it. See, I've never actually seen the Tango ads. People have referenced Tango to me a lot, but Tango doesn't exist in Ireland. What is Tango? Tango ad. It's like an orange man, and I don't mean like a Protestant, like an actual orange man, like beating the shit out of somebody, right? Tango ad. Does Tango still exist? You know when you've been tangoed advert. Slap. It's an orange drink. It's like British Fanta, isn't it?
Hello, Tony. I think we might use a video replay here.
Super, Ralph. Let's do that.
Oh, yes, we could be in for a quintessential tango taste sensation here.
This is so British.
Why, yes, Tony, let's look again.
Yes, Ralph. The big orange fella ran in from the left, and he gives him a good old slapping.
It just illustrates the bite and buzz of real oranges in tango.
Yes, Ralph. Super taste sensation, smashing drink, lovely.
What accent is that? I believe that's Northern. Is that like Sheffield or something? It's not actually every school raising children to murder bypasses on the street, but it was still, hey, bullies have this new fun thing to try, where they run up behind you, smack you in the back of the head, and shout and laugh while you're on the floor. Smashing drink, lovely. Does it? Yes, the Northern accent. Does it still exist? Tango. It's probably going to give me the dance. Yep, tango. Drink, please. Does this still exist anywhere? Is a carbonated soft drink, so you can still buy tangos, I guess. I've never had it. Tango Ice Blast. Ooh, which is a slushy drink. I like slushies. Last time I had a slushie, I drank it too fast and got a headache for about 10 minutes. Anyway, let's close that and go back to the game. I should probably play the game. You can still get slaps too. was like the early 2010s, newspapers, websites. Have you heard about Jenkum? I've talked about Jenkum before. And I've said exactly the same thing. I'm sure like 5 people did Jenkum, and then suddenly there was this media furore about people huffing feces fumes. It's like, no, nobody's doing that. Like 4 perverts did it. You know, shat into a balloon, left it for 6 months, then like popped it in their face or whatever, got a head rush like a whippet, and then it's like it's a thing now in the newspapers, but I don't think it was ever a thing. I think it was just some weirdos did it once. Apple Tango had a real grip on sports centres in the 90s. I don't know if I would know what a sports centre is. Oh, who hasn't shat in a balloon? You go where you gotta. I think, actually, it was meant to be you shit in a jar. If you don't know what Jenkum is, it's a form of drug. You shit in a jar, and then cover the jar with a balloon, and then leave it for a few months under a radiator or something, and then... and then you all gather round, like it's a Ouija board or something. You all gather round, go, oh, the Jenkum man is here. Jenkum man is coming. Jenkum man is coming. And you sit around, and then you pop the balloon in your face and inhale, and I imagine instantly die. But you get some sort of head rush on it. What as Zara's crocheting is going? YouTube stream gone down yet? Jay recommends Dantooine next. Well, first we'll go back to Telos and hand in this quest, and then we'll go Dantooine, I guess. Narshada, where's Telos? Dantooine, Korriban. Where was Telos? Telos Citadel Station. Fantastic. Taps on the pinned message. This is my main exposure to the cursed side of the internet. It's going alright when I'm not staring up at the screen in disgust. Jenkum is objectively fairly disgusting. Some of the stuff isn't, though. Sounding... I don't know if is sounding inherently disgusting? Maybe. I find Jenkum way worse than sounding. Like a gun to my head. People love it when I say that. I think one is way worse. Stop talking about fucking sounding. It's in the tags, I think. I change up that final tag a few times a month just to keep people guessing. Has there been a show called Star Warts where we review genital warts from Hollywood? There was kind of that show. It was just random British people, wasn't there? But there was that show on Channel 4, I believe, from the 2000s called Embarrassing Bodies, where literally the whole thing was like, have you got something fucked up with your genitals? Come on Channel 4 and we'll point and laugh at it. But we also give you £100. And so people would just come on with the worst shit you've ever seen going on with them. And the people would just point and laugh. Some doctors would come on and go, you've got fucked up disease. Something horrible's happened. And I'm going to add T3 and HK. They can be my crew for this. I'm going to lean into the gross. There's no escape. But that was a real show. Channel 4 is obsessed with sort of semi-comedic nudity, masked as a sort of edutainment. Because they also had, I think they still have that game show, right? The dating show that they have, where it's just like, look at this minge! Do you wanna be in that minge, bloke? And then the guy goes, yeah, I'd like that, actually. And then they set up a blind date. And it's like, hey, love, take a look at that cock. And then she goes, oh, yeah, I'd love a bit of that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a currently airing game show on Channel 4. Does anybody know what it's called? Because it is real. What is Dreya yapping about now? I remember one where a couple came on, went into a closed room, in the middle of the studio. I had sex, then came out and said how it was. I also remember that. That was a real thing. That might have just been called like Sex Box. Naked Attraction, thank you. That is a real show that exists. And it is literally people being shown like just the breasts and vagina of a woman, like behind a screen, like a screen covering their face, their belly, and their legs, and it's just like vagina on show, boobs on show, and it's like 30 of them surrounding a man, like in a semicircle. And then like some talk show host is like, well then, Jerry, which fucking minge do you like best? And then he's like, oh, I like, maybe number 3, and I quite like the bush on number 8. And then they like, dun and close the gates of the other ones. And then eventually they choose one and go on a date, which is one of the more fucked concepts, I think, for a game show. It's like Cilla Black's Surprise, Surprise, but rancid. No, it was Blind Date, wasn't it? How do I open this airlock? Do I have to go in here? I don't know, I've forgotten how to navigate Telos. It's been a while since I've been here. There is one in Japan where the partner has to identify them in a lineup of dicks. I mean, it's no weirder, I guess. Oh no, not you again. Like, I think people mock Japanese game shows for being wacky, but I think the British are just as fucked up. And there's something slimier about it. Because again, it's like fucking, you know, ex-soap opera stars doing like the fucking, like Danny Dyer going like, oh, bet you'd like to be up in that, wouldn't you? It has like a whole weird sleaziness vibe to it. So they're really cementing how fucked up and violent the English are. Yeah, I mean, it's not good.
Diagnostic. For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units,
it happens to everybody. It's not a big deal. What, so their weapons don't work? Why did this... I mean, they're still going to attack me, but apparently their weapons don't work. Destroy droids, please. Where did... Oh, I'm not able to select this guy either. Can they not use their weapons when he's here? And can he not use his weapons when they're here? Is there like a weird malfunction going on? That's kind of funny. I mean, they are very much still using their weapons. Everybody can notice that, right? They're still fucking blasting me quite hard. Hang on, improved heal. Do a shield as well. Not a fan of what's fucking happening. Use your shock arm or whatever this is. And then put on a shield. Oh, I have a lightsaber. I think I built that at the end of the last one. Then go in and fucking strike him, please. Beat the shit out of the droid. Correct. Ah! My shield wore off. That was fucking quick. Hang on. You need to do an attack on him, because I'm going to go down in a second. And you need to do shocks on him. Oh, he didn't die. Amazing. Why the fuck didn't you fight?
Query. Is there someone that you need killed, Master?
Yeah, the bottos. Fine. I'll heal up. It's okay. Doug Huggum has induced the most cursed period of this stream in ages. I don't think this is particularly cursed. These are shows that are on prime time British television. I'm sure Naked Attraction has gotten millions of views of just like nanas sitting at home doing their knitting. It's like, oh, Harold, look at that one's minge, it looks like mine. Or, hey Bertha, don't that cock look nice? Like, it's real and it's common. I knew someone who went on Naked Attraction. Really? She was the chooser. It's probably the better role to be in. I'm not confident enough to be on that show in either capacity, to be honest. I would hate to be involved in that in any way. Your minge ain't looked like that since the 30s, match. I hate the word minge so bad. I just can't think of another one right now. Because I don't think an old British woman would say vagina. They went on one date and then never met again. Well, yeah, obviously, because who the fuck would do otherwise, right? Docking Bay 2. How do I get to the... How do I get to the dock lounge? Am I supposed to go up this way? I'm not really sure where we're going. I need to find the cops. It must be up this way. Somewhere. These some stairs? Yeah, let's go up the lift. Entertainment. Must be where we are. Now Dreya's talking about docking. Great. Again, it's better than Jenkum. Might not be a high bar for the stream. Right, where do the cops live? We're in somewhere I recognise. The TSF station is over there. We need to go this way. And I need to ask about Lieutenant something or other. Whoever the fuck he is. Protocol droid. This is where I was kept prisoner, wasn't it, ages ago? Who are you? Lieutenant Gren. That's who we need to talk to. I go back and forth on whether I say lieutenant or lieutenant. It depends. Because I think most Irish people, 99% of them, probably say lieutenant, like the Americans do. But I think I've heard enough British people say it that it's cemented lieutenant in my head. So you've returned. I've found a solution to the Citadel station's fuel problem. Don't even mention the under arrest part. We'll just brush past it.
Really? That's great news. The situation here hasn't improved at all. What did you discover?
Voga the Hutt is looking for markets for his fuel. Now I know he's an evil space worm. However, he does have the fuel, and you're fucked.
Voga the Hutt? That's preposterous. What makes you think we'd be willing to do that?
Would you rather die? Voga has a lot of fuel from Sleheron, and he needs to sell it. There's nothing else in the station desperately needs it? I mean, both of these are true. I don't care. I'm just doing my part. Both of the first one is fine. Voga has a lot of fuel, and he needs to sell it, so he's as desperate as you are.
A glut of fuel isn't going to help our position much in this case. It's a resource that's needed throughout the galaxy, and he'll be able to command a high price for it. Still, we don't have much of a choice. We need fuel, and we need it fast. I'll bring this up with the Telosian Council and urge them to broker a deal with Voga. Now, I believe I gave you my word that there would be a reward for information leading to the establishment of a fuel source for the station.
Yep.
Never believed for a moment that you'd actually be collecting it. But I'm a man of my word. So here you are. Now, I've got to send this information to the Council right away.
What did I just get? Imagine the classic question, so how did you two meet? I was attracted to his bows. I saw his bows wagging around on TV on Channel 4. And Danny Dyer said, "Oh, I bet you'd love to slobber on them, love." And I went, "Ha ha ha, what, Danny?" And then we banged. Sorry.
What's that got to do with my knob?
I'll be going now. Thank you for that. Oh, so 1,000 credits. That's not that much, actually. I was about to say that's a lot. No, it isn't. Also, what about the fucking thing? Like, what about the blaster that I was meant to hand in? Was that to you? Because we never did that. Aren't you going to put me under arrest?
Well, I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders and obtain transport off Citadel Station. The matter has since been closed. It was the decision of
I feel like in a movie this guy was played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Be necessary, unless you'd be allowed to go. But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us, avoiding a possibly embarrassing situation.
Like naked attraction. What's that got to do with my knob? Why would the Republic change their minds like that? They're hot, then they're cold. They're yes, then they're no. They change their minds like a girl changes clothes.
Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know.
Why do I know that lyric?
The hands don't even know they've got fingers, let alone where they are. My opinion, they probably performed their independent investigation and figured it wasn't your fault.
It was kind of my fault.
You should just be glad I decided to overlook the fact you escaped arrest.
Like, it was kind of, that was seamless. I don't know, you know the lyrics more than me. Thank you for that. You should really improve your security. Thank you for that. I do hate Katy Perry. I also kind of hate Katy Perry. I know, again, it's that whole era of music I'm not a fan of, that, like, 2000s pop, but I maybe she's one of the worst. Thanks for that.
Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I've got a job to do.
I'll be going then. So can I not hand in this gun? An assassin disguised as Batu Rem. It might be worth trying to find out who hired him. You discovered a suspicious holdout blaster on the body of a masked assassin. Lieutenant Gren of the TSF would probably like to know about it. I remember you did call the name yes or no instead of
So you
article.
return.
Oh, here we go. I'd have a blaster I'd like you to look at. This was months ago.
A blaster. I don't see why not. What? Where did you get this?
Oh, a snake has popped out of it. Oh, it's this classic prank. I was ambushed by thugs in a dock module. One of the attackers was carrying this. Now, when you say dock module, is that like the sex district where people just dock all the time? Hate most late 2000s and 2010s pop. Yeah, I definitely do.
Interesting.
I think it's
This
the
is no
worst time
ordinary
for pop.
holdout blaster. It's been outfitted with a number of
It's all your
illegal
Katy
modifications.
Perrys and your
You say you found this
Limafows.
at the docks. That is disturbing news.
Why is that?
When off-world weapons are transported onto Citadel Station, whether they are personal arms or shipments to be resold, they are inspected and licensed by the TSF. This confirms my fear that there is a source of black market weapons and components here on the station. I could use your help getting to the bottom of it.
Ooh, are we going to be deputies? Apart from maybe now, which does make me feel like a boomer. I guess, I've said this before though, I don't know what the current biggest pop is other than Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift is very bad. But in more sort of a bland Nickelback boring way. So I don't know if it's worse than like, you know, the fucking 2000s when you had stuff like the fast food song topping the charts. I don't know, I'd have to listen to more, and I won't. Perhaps I could help you find the source of these things. Biggest pop right now is Cody Rhodes. I don't know who that is. There's stuff I like that comes under pop, but less popular. Yeah, pop's
relative
become a
stranger
genre,
as
and that's
yourself might
ages
be
ago.
useful for the investigation. You'd be compensated, of course.
That's a joke for the wrestling fans. Oh. I haven't listened to the new Beyonce. I haven't listened to any Beyonce. I've never listened to a Beyonce record. People always say it's great, but I don't like her. Just as a person, I don't like Beyonce. In general, as a rule of thumb, I will never listen to music by a billionaire, because what the fuck could they have to say? Right? I mean, like... So I won't listen to Beyonce, I won't listen to Rihanna, I won't listen to Taylor Swift. Like, if fucking Trump releases music, I won't listen to that either. It's like, I'm not gonna listen to billionaires. Except for the Beatles. I think the Beatles are so far away from being billionaires. They can't be even anywhere close to being billionaires, surely. I don't think that the cycle of hellish capitalism in music existed in quite the same way in the 60s when they were big. Capitalist runs businesses out and buys property and pays nothing for it because they all sell their assets, so you get really expensive things for free. I thought they would be. I would be shocked to my core, but maybe, hang on. These things are never accurate. How rich is like Ringo? Ringo Starr. Wealth. Ringo Starr, about 300 million. That's a lot, but like, these are never accurate, but maybe it is. Beat that, Ringo Starr's net worth and how he earned it from the Beatles and beyond. I mean, now he's into fucking NFTs, so maybe that's why. Jesus. Who is the wealthiest Beatle? Paul McCartney. Do the Beatles still get royalties? Apparently, yes. Apparently they made like 60 million in 2019. Fuck me. Anyway, I close that. Also, I guess I would have to be in a real bad place if I was listening to Paul McCartney's solo stuff. No offense to Paul McCartney necessarily. Just make good music and maybe I'll listen to you. Back to the game screen. I'll see what I can do, I guess. We're doing an investigation.
Great. The first
Who
thing
knew
I
that
would suggest
voicing
is showing the
trains for a
blaster
kids
around,
show would be so
discreetly.
profitable?
See if anyone on the station knows something about it, or at least reacts suspiciously. There's more than a few people
I think a
around here
lot
who
of
suspect
people
having
my
a hand in
age
this.
kind of
Anyways,
just
good
know
luck.
him
Let me know if
mainly
you
as the
find
Thomas
source
the
of the
Tank
blaster.
Engine guy. You don't like listening to the 1997 album Flaming Pie? Right. Apparently Paul is a billionaire. Ooh! Kill him then. Go kill Paul McCartney. Lieutenant Gren wants you to see if anyone in Citadel Station knows about the Black Market Blaster you just found. I mean, we did kill all of the Ringo Starr's NFTs are so bad. Ringo Starr's art in general is really pathetic and embarrassing. Because Ringo Starr is a very good drummer, and everything else he does is not good. Right? Ringo Starr can't write music. He can't play anything but the drums. Oh, hello. He can't paint or do anything worthwhile.
You'd be better off keeping your nose in your own business instead of someone else's.
Ooh, we missed this early game quest, I think.
You never know when you'll end up dead.
Octopus's Garden, watch your fucking mouth out. Anytime Ringo Starr was allowed to make music for the Beatles, it sounds like it was made for a children's cartoon. I want to be under the sea, in an octopus's garden, in the shade. Yellow Submarine. Yellow Submarine is one of the most annoying songs ever written. Well, maybe he just wanted to be underwater. Maybe we should have let him. As a culture. I'd stasis you and then beat the shit out of you with a big stick. Big glowing stick. I loved those ones as a kid. They are songs for children. It's like... There's a famous quote from John Lennon, famous evil man, who said that Paul McCartney more and more wrote songs for grandmothers. And that's true if you listen to something like Maxwell's Silver Hammer or some shit like that. But I think Ringo Starr made music for 5-year-olds. Narrowly avoided being on that exploding submarine. Oh, that would be hilarious if the guy who wrote Yellow Submarine died in that exploding submarine. That would have made it even funnier. Everyone else in the Beatles, we are serious. Ringo, I am the Thomas the Tank Engine narrator. Well, we're at least 2 of them dead by that point. It was probably just Paul shaking his head. Right, where am I going now? I mean, I don't fucking know. the Dobo brothers, maybe they'll know. Because we got attacked. Where's the dope? Maybe the cantina? We all die in a yellow submarine. I fucking hate it. I Am the Walrus is equally as silly. I guess it just doesn't sound like a thing. Like, the lyrics are inane nonsense, but at least it doesn't sound like something that would be exclusively on a children's puppet show. I think Ringo's brilliant. Rest of the band arguing over the White Album, and Ringo comes in and plays the Octopus's Garden. I mean, it's not the worst song the Beatles made. That has got to be Revolution Number 9, which I think is all Lennon. That is one of the worst songs I've ever heard, and nobody should ever listen to it. I'd listen to Octopus's Gardens 100 times out of 100. The US had George Carlin voice it, and then later Alec Baldwin? Ew. Ugh. Also, the Americans call him Sir Topham Hatt. If you're British and know, or Irish and know, Thomas the Tank Engine, the Fat Controller is called Sir Topham Hatt in America, and I don't know why. Hello, bartender droid.
To the entertainment module 081 Cantina. How can I assist you?
Any shady fuckers around? No longer called Fat Controller. You can't even have Fat Controllers anymore because of woke. Can't even have a man dressed in a British flag. Did the Yellow Submarine have a Logitech F710 controller? I love that they use that. It's like train conductor or something. I mean, it is probably better. It's his bloody name. His name was Gerald Fett, and he was the controller. What sort of entertainment do you have here?
We feature Citadel Station's most talented all-Bith band around the clock, as well as live Twi'lek dancers.
All-Bith band.
You won't find any holograms here.
Ooh.
Casual Pazak players should be able to find a friendly match in the game room. Or, if you're a bit more seasoned, we have daily tournaments with some of the best players in the Outer Rim. Cards too slow for you? Try your hand at Citadel Station's swoop track and see if you can challenge the all-time records. Last but not least, we feature only the finest cuisine and beverages from Ryloth to Coruscant.
Coruscant? Is that how you pronounce that? I've been saying Coruscant. I didn't know until I put Thomas on for the kid a couple of years ago, seeing it on Amazon Video, and then, wait, that's not Ringo. Weirdly, I think even the British version, I think Ringo only did like the first couple of series, but that seems to be the only ones that anybody ever watched or remembered. Because why would you ever watch any other ones, I guess? Or any Thomas the Tank Engine at all, really? Americans dubbing British like it's another language. Also, Alec Baldwin and George Carlin are not the vibe I would go for there. You want somebody with like Ringo Starr has a lovely voice. Like Ringo Starr's voice is lovely. Like it's like a nice rolling, like the nice Liverpool accent, not the horrible Liverpool accent like Cilla Black. Like the nice rolling, almost countryside-y accent that he has. It's lovely. The nice gravel. But then Alec Baldwin, he sounds like a fucking sleaze. That's why he only plays sleazes. And then George Carlin, like the edgy comedian from the 80s. I don't get it. Alec Baldwin, yikes. Ringo was only on like a season or two, exactly. Salmon Dobo. What the fuck? What can you tell me about this blaster? I knew a shop would know. Yelling at children the next minute. The newer animated version, All Engines Go, is dubbed as well. Our kid's gonna sound Australian from watching Bluey. No. I think that was a thing with Peppa Pig, right? Yeah, there we go. It's the message you're responding to. Didn't American kids get a British accent from watching Peppa Pig? They claimed that, at least, that children in America started going, Mummy! Mummy, I want to watch Peppa Pig! Because they were watching so much Peppa Pig. Maybe that would be funnier because the Australian accent is way nicer than most English accents, right? It's nicer than like Peppa Pig's fucking horrible middle class RP. If they all sounded like Bluey. Strath, ma'am. I want to watch Bluey. Why are you talking like that? Thank you. What can you tell me about this blaster? Oh, Mum, I want to watch Peppa Pig in it, you slag.
That's very interesting. Very good craftsmanship. I can't tell you anything about it other than that it's a holdout blaster and it's been upgraded.
I'm trying to track down the source of the black market goods. Didn't we kill every exchange member on this ship? I'm trying to track down the source of the black market goods.
You listen too much to the TSF. Gren is convinced of some great smuggling ring that's infested Citadel Station. As I asked you before, why would this be of interest to you?
I was attacked, but I'd like to get involved. I don't know what to say. Because they did have some banter earlier saying, I'm the principled one. So maybe it's like, I want to know who sold the weapon I was attacked with. Maybe that's something.
I will admit that I sold it, but I sell a great many things. You cannot hold it against me for doing business, can you?
Perhaps you should be more careful about who your weapons are purchased by. I heard that there's a healthy trade in black market goods. Do you know anything about the smuggling operation?
I know that it's extremely lucrative. You might say my knowledge is first-hand.
Are you an idiot? You've just incriminated yourself. I can report you to the TSF. I expect the pay is good. We'll be smooth about it.
I pay extremely well, given the dangerous nature of the work. That as long as you do remember to carry out your tasks discreetly and effectively.
What could I do for you?
Basically, there are 3 items I need to fill out my next shipment. Leaves from the Bacani planet from the Athorians' vivarium, a personal shield unit being kept in their docking bay, and some medical supplies. For starters, I need the Bacani plant sample. Try to find more about where the other 2 are being held while you get the leaves. Have you been to the Athorian compound?
Yes. I helped them. It was great. Yes.
Then you must already know about their vivarium, where they cultivate the flora they import for other systems. The Athorians are mostly concerned with the various plant species in relation to cultivating the surface. What they don't know is that a few of their plant specimens have other uses. Have you ever heard of wacky tobacco? There are buyers who would be willing to pay large sums of credits for the extracts, restricted imports and exports by the Republic and all that. Because of their status with the Republic, the Athorians are able to bypass them, which presents us, with an opportunity.
Okay, so I just need to walk in there and take a plant?
Not even a whole one, just a few leaves of a particular plant. The Athorians are extremely protective, though, so don't expect they'll just let you take it. After all, if it were that easy, I wouldn't need you to do it for me.
What should I do then?
You should be careful. I'll leave it to you to figure out the best way to get them.
I'll be back when I have them then. Okay, now we're smugglers, but sure, that's fine. We want more and more information. We want to see how far this rabbit hole goes. And we're doing that by stealing from the nice little turtle boys, I guess. Seems bad. Please, Mum, don't call me Chad. I want to be called Bruce. There's already been one article complaining about it. Yes. I want to be called Bruce. Sorry, I can't stop. It's one of the most fun accents, and it's one of the accents you can do without it being racist. Like, it's a fun accent. It's not racist to do. It's hard to not do an Australian accent. Even when it's as terrible as mine. You can go to Gren with the info and he will help. I will do that then. That's a much better idea. We should probably loop him in instead of just becoming smugglers. I think this is the dark side option. Okay, bye. I don't see how it is, by the way. Because I think if I went in, I could probably just ask the Ithorians and go, hey, is it okay if I just take, like, considering I basically saved your fucking planet single-handedly, can I just, like, take, like, 5 leaves from this plant just as a treat? And they'd go, okay. And then it would be fine. I don't think, if they did have a problem, they'd be fucking weird about it. Let's go to the TSF. I think this is dark side. Why am I always accidentally doing dark side shit in this game? Because that just seemed like the natural thing to do for me. Hello, Lieutenant Gren.
So you returned.
Yep. Savin? I'm assuming his name is Savin, but I'm pronouncing it like it's an Irish name, like Samhain. Fuck it, his name is Samhain now. Samhain wants me to get these 3 things for him. Then he'll make a shipment.
If
Maybe
we
think
knew
about
when
that.
he was going to make a shipment, then we could catch him. What are the 3 things he needs?
Needs some leafos. He needs some meds. And I don't remember the other thing. Their prototype shield unit, that was it. Good old Halloween. In the movie Halloween, I believe, in the later ones at least, they keep saying Samhain. And it's like a grain of sand in my brain every time I hear somebody pronounce it like that. Samhain. There's an ancient Gaelic tradition called Samhain. And that's where this cult comes from. Oh, kill them and then kill me. Leaves from the Ithorians' Bacani plant, their prototype shield unit, and medical supplies. That's what they need.
All that? If that's the size and substance of his usual shipments, it helps explain quite a bit.
He literally just needs
It'll
some
take
leaves.
time for me to assemble those.
Oh, you're just going to help. That's good.
All right, everything's here. Take these to Samhain. After that,
Samhain.
come back to me and
No,
tell me
he's
the
Samhain.
exchange has been made, and I'll go to the dock module to wait for him. If he won't let you leave until the transaction's completed, go with him. I'll post one of my men near the docking bay, and if he spots you, he'll summon me. Understood?
Fantastic. There's German Samhain events here and there, so imagine the same but in a German accent. Samhain. I understand, just make sure you're there. I don't know why, but that actually annoys me slightly less. And this is genuinely, this is something I should look at myself for. Because that is just xenophobia against Americans. But I think whenever I hear an American badly pronounce an Irish word, it makes me more angry than when other accents do it. Maybe British would be up there. If like a posh English person said Samhain, oh, I love Samhain, then I might want to like punch them. But American might be the top. And I don't know why. I understand, just make sure you're there.
I'll be there, don't worry. You just make sure you get him to the docking bay. We have to catch him in the act.
When the guns start to draw, I'll be there for you. Irish Prime Minister bothers me. That didn't used to, but it's starting to. And again, I'm not 100% sure why, but it is starting to bother me. Because it's like, it's not exactly the translation, but they just use it anyway. If we said UK Taoiseach, exactly. It's pronounced Quark. Quark looks beautiful this time of year. See, I know that's a joke because Cork has never looked beautiful. Hello, Samhain.
How may Samhain Dobo assist you?
I've got the items you were looking for.
Incredible! I wish I'd employed you earlier. With all of this, I'll be able to have the shipment ready to go before the next Zerka freighter leaves. If you could, would you escort me to the Zerka docking bay? I don't want to take any chances.
Sure, when do we leave?
No point in wasting time. Let's go.
He does look a little like a carved turnip. Oh, it just teleports me. That's nice.
About time you showed up, Saman. Get your things loaded.
His
I'm already
name is
behind
Samhain.
schedule.
All right, it'll only take a moment. No need to get so worked up about it.
You don't understand how it is with Zerka. When the process stops working like
Why are you dressed like a
clockwork, questions
Starfleet
get asked,
officer?
and we don't want questions asked, do
You're
we?
like a nerd at a convention.
I get the point. I could do this faster if you actually helped instead of complaining.
The faster we get this loaded, the faster we can get it out of here.
Stop right there. You're all
Criminal
under
scum.
arrest and your possessions will be seized
I
as
violated my mother.
The TSF can't just barge in here
That's
as they
enough, Samhan.
please.
Don't bother protesting your innocence. We know all about your business thanks to our friend here.
Don't fucking rat me out. I might want to go on more jobs. Now I'm marked for death, you freak. Thanks. I can never wear a wire now, can I? What can I say? The TSF offer was just better.
What? You set me up? I'll see you burn for this.
He's got a grenade. Take him
Oh,
down.
Jesus. Oh, no, Samhain. Well, at least your brother's still here. So your brother knew nothing about this? That seems rude. Stop, mother. You violated criminal scum. I saw a tweet the other day that was like every millennial has a line that you can quote to them from an early 2000s YouTube video that will trigger, like, basically a speech based on YouTube poops. And I was like, yeah, actually, I do.
I thought you might see it my way. All of you, come with me.
Okay, that was easy. You were not hard to kill. At least he surrendered, that's nice.
This is a foolish error you've made, Lieutenant. You cannot hope to keep me here.
I think you may be overconfident of your chances, Samhan. We now have evidence of your smuggling operation, and even the Council cannot ignore that. Again, I have you to thank.
the 180
Without your
rule.
assistance, it would
As a
have been
video
impossible
editor,
for us to
it
place Samhan
physically
under
hurts
arrest.
me whenever they violate that rule. It really fucking annoys me. Please, whoever edited the cutscenes, please, I'm begging you, stop. It's like watching that fucking Madam Web ad. If you want to thank me, credits will do just fine. I don't want to be a suck-up. I'm not going to be like a suck-up to the cops.
I promise to pay you handsomely for your assistance, and I'll keep my word. Now I must attend to my other duties. Again, thank you for your help.
Woo! Going work mode, BRB maybe. 500 credits? That's not much. Not much experience either. This was very much an early game quest. But I'm glad I did it. It knocked off some stuff from this. Pazak Dens, we're never going to do a trade war. We're probably never going to do it. An assassin? Might be worth trying to find out who hired him. I mean, we still haven't done that, have we? Can I talk to you again?
You look smug now with me in the cage, but I assure you, making me your enemy will be your last mistake.
Hello, Bryden. Welcome. It's like, do you not know who fucking tried
So
to
you
assassinate
returned.
me, by the way? I'll be going now then. Bye. I guess I'll go to the next planet, maybe. Only a few more years, and you could probably stay to think whoever did that is dead now. That's probably true. Although, no, this game isn't that old. It's, what, 20 years old this year? Probably. About 20? Maybe? I wonder if the other brother knows anything about the gun. I'll ask one time and then leave. Hello, I did just arrest your brother. Are you okay with that?
Samhain is my brother, but I am happy to see that he's gotten what he deserved. In appreciation, I'm gonna give you a discount on anything in my inventory. Really?
I'd be a little annoyed. Like, if my brother got arrested... it depends on what he did. If I found out my brother was a smuggler, I don't think I'd care. I guess it does depend on what he's smuggling. If I found out my brother was like a heroin smuggler, I'd be like, ah, fuck, really? If I found out my brother was like, I don't know, fake Funko Pops or something like that. I wouldn't care. Let me see what you got. Do you have anything interesting? Do you have any, like, oh, some crystal violet stuff? Blade color violet. I might take that. Yeah, give me some crystals. Some JO crystals from Craigslist. A broadening chamber. Massive criticals too. I don't know if I need any of these things. I probably sold off a lot of the stuff in the first place. Give me... Nah, that's it then. Give me a med pack. I'll get like a few med packs because I'm running low on them. Need to smuggle the heroin to afford the guns. Give me 20 med packs and that's about it. I'm okay with that. Close. Bye. Smuggling people out of war zones, good thing. Sending people into war zones, probably not good. Yeah, it depends. Like if he was doing something real bad with smuggling, then sure, disown him. But, you know, it would have to be pretty bad. I like my brother. I'd understand there were probably mitigating circumstances. They threatened to take my legs. That's fine then. Okay, how do I leave this planet? The docks, probably. Bye! I've helped this planet enough. I've basically single-handedly saved the future of Telos. This really offsets any bad shit I've done in the past. Blowing up that asteroid earlier, that meaningless now. My ship. Is this my ship? I don't think this is my... This isn't my ship. Where's my ship? Hang on. Docking Bay 1. Docking Bay 2. Am I in Docking Bay 1? Where the fuck did I park? Oh god, it is like... Whenever you park in like a multi-level parking zone outside a supermarket. I always forget. Remember where we parked. There we go. Always forget. Was it over here? This door is closed, so it might be. There's my ship. I recognize its ugly, ugly orange accents. This is a hideous fucking ship. Also, we should wash it. It looks quite grimy. You've probably got, like, jets of water that can spray out of you or something, right? Are you like Crichton in Red Dwarf, where you have, like, a groinal attachment for a hoover? I assume that's a lot of droids in Star Wars are for cleaning, right? Because they're basically slaves. Oh, hello.
I don't understand why you won't let me take a look.
Statement. I've had quite enough tampering at the hands of unskilled meatbags such as yourself. I'm not eager to submit to this treatment now or in the future.
Unskilled meatbag? I'll show you unskilled.
Appeasement. I did not mean to imply that you were an unskilled meatbag, as incapable of performing rudimentary repairs as holding a hydrospanner. It is only that I am quite particular with my repairs. Perhaps when I am more confident in your abilities, I will allow you to examine my internal components.
Ooh.
If you've got some time, I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few
I love this
to
little
spare
freak.
for your work. I would like to
I
know
love that
what
this
you
voice
need
comes out of this little
here,
ball.
though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose not. Perhaps in working on my circuitry, your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid...
I don't really 100% get what's going on with this freak. Because I assumed
Just ignore him and let's get to work.
that
I
Goto
would appreciate that.
was like
Our group
2
has
light
little
years
time
away
to
in another
spare,
system,
I would not want
and that
to
he's just
delay your
piloting this
other
droid
duties.
with a remote control.
Right. Let's get you open.
Is he
See
in
what you
the
can do.
droid? Because he
I
keeps
have
saying
to
weird
say,
shit
you are
like
put
that.
together
Like, I'm a
quite well.
properly constructed
There wasn't
droid.
much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined
See?
and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get
Is
back
this
to
actually
your work.
making them better, all of these upgrades? Oh, received a permanence +1 bonus. I should leave the ship more often. Just leave them get on with it. Is he the tiniest man inside it? What, like that guy in Men in Black 1, where they open up his face and it's just a tiny wizened little boy going, "Wah, my cat, wah." I like that movie. It's a good movie. Right, where to next? Dantooine, I guess? Next place, maybe? The droids are for electrocuting the lazy slaves. I guess, why do they... I guess human slaves are probably cheaper than robo slaves in this world. Because wasn't Anakin a slave boy as well? And his mum? I'm gonna say his mum was named Shmi. Now that can't be right. But I have a vague memory that his mum is called Shmi. Like the guy from fucking Hook. I love that tiny alien. I like tiny aliens in general. It is! I believe it is! Yes! Shmi! God, Star Wars names are shit. Let's go to Dantooine, which is where? Where's Dan? Oh, right up here. Grassland planet. Kunda Plain Settlement is where we're going to be landing. Fantastic. Travel. Her last name was Mario. Shmi Mario. Yeah! Did she ever... Was this in the movies? Did she ever see Anakin again? Like, when Anakin grew up, in all those years, did he ever bother going, hey, could we, like, get my mom? Goto is just a droid, but he has an alter ego of Goto. No, she died. She did when she was half dead? Was this maybe the reason that he killed all those sand boys? I can't really remember, to be honest. They're not good movies. Then he committed crimes. There we go. Is this when he goes like, I didn't just kill the children. No, I didn't just kill the men. I killed the women and children too. And then Natalie Portman gets so fucking turned on by that she jumps him. Like, put that sandy boy in me. Finally, Mum can't spank me. Time to slaughter the innocents. I will say, I think episode 3, which I think that might be in, episode 3 is the best of the prequels. Maybe like second or third best of all of the movies. However, it is still unbelievably shit. And when he, when the lightsaber pops out in front of those kids, and they go, I laughed so hard. Women had so many red flags flashing around her. She died of grief, heartbreak. You're not very good doctors. Isn't there a headcanon that, like, Palpatine sapped her health or something while she was in labor in order to heal Darth Vader? I don't know, lots of nerds talk about this fucking plot a lot, so I'm vaguely aware of it. You underestimate my power. Duracell Bunny leaps over the sun. Right, what are we doing here? I mean, we don't know what we're doing here. We'll just walk out onto the planet's surface and see what greets us. I don't know who my main boys are going to be in this. Like, so far, I really like HK-47 because I liked him in the previous game. And obviously my Bin is coming along because it turns out Mr. Bin is a fucking beast. But I could also see Kreia or Visa. I like having another Jedi on board. Jedi Consular, Jedi Sentinel. I'll see. For now, we'll do the Robo Boys, but I could see these being like a side crew. Like they're the B team. And then these fuckers, Mira, Etten, and Baudor, literally, you could get eaten in front of me and I'd feel nothing. Maybe I should watch the prequels again. I shouldn't. But they are kind of funny, in the same way that Kets is funny.
Here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adari, quickly finish your business in Kunda, and go. Okay, bitch. Why are you being so uppity? Somehow Palpatine has re-earned his midwifery certificate. Force Persuade, you will answer my questions. Force Persuade, you will tell no one that I've been here. Yeah, I'll mind meld you. Whatever, I imagine I'm just using the Force to reach into her skull and just kind of jiggle the brain up a little bit. She goes, "Whoa," and then just answers the questions. I will answer your questions.
Yeah, you will. Who is Administrator Adare?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here...
What is that tapping in the background? Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War.
The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have we returned to a more wholesome level? Slightly. Sapping the life force. Push, I'm trying. Do it. Have the mercenaries caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibrablade's edge. The only thing we can
You can
prove
just
they've
say
done
knife's
is intimidate
edge.
a few
You don't have to
farmers.
make
The
everything
farmers give them
space.
goods, money, or food
It's
just
like
to stay on their good side.
the edge of some
The only
sort of
one that isn't
space
scared of them
blade.
is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Kath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who has disappeared? How many people have gone missing? I don't care about names.
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people
nobody
during the
important
war
then.
that keeping the Kath hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot
I
of
can't remember what a
animal
Kinrath
attacks,
are.
some deaths too.
Are they the spider boys?
disappearances might
I think
be
we got
just
spider
coincidence,
boys, and
but
we
a lot of
found
the stubborn
crystals
folks
in
seem
their
to be more
cave in the first game.
accident-prone.
Where is Kunda?
Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared
those boys.
around the
I
time
remember
of the
them.
bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
What do the farmers even do? It's not like they birthed the vegetables. We don't know that in the space times. Like, they could sort of ingest the seeds. You know, like what parents would warn children would happen if they ate, like, broccoli whole or, what, sunflower seeds and stuff like that? Or watermelon seeds. That was a big one, where you would just, like, get a watermelon growing in your belly. And then they'd have to impreg it out, probably, cesarean. Oh, that many cesareans, though, would probably rough you up a bit. I know it's a myth that you're not supposed to do multiple cesareans, but I imagine after like 5 or 6, it would probably get rough, right? Oh, I've got a big melon in my belly. I was disappointed I didn't grow an apple tree in my tummy. This is your center of government?
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This
Free
building is
apples,
the start of
cool.
something new for us. We're very proud
I'd
of it.
maybe want a lemon tree. I was that freak in secondary school who would eat lemons whole. Like, just bite into a lemon like an apple. And I still probably would. I just really liked that sensation. I promise I wasn't trying to be the edgelord. Because that was kind of an edgy thing. It's like, look, I can do this. But isn't this weird? But I would do it at home. I really liked it. I thought it was nice. The sort of incredible burst of sour was like a nice wake up. Maybe it's because I was always so sleepy. Same, me and my family like lemons. I also really like lemons. I'd be more impressed if there weren't so many holes.
We're working on it. Is there anything else you'd want to talk
She's
about?
getting snippy. It's wearing off. Mush your brain again. I will eat a raw onion and only regret about 30% of it. I took
Just
a bite
head
of a
into the
raw
building
onion on
and you'll
stream
find your way
once
to
and it
the
was
administrator.
rough.
I'll be over by
But
the
I will eat
entrance
raw
if you need
garlic.
anything else.
You probably shouldn't, because it will make you rancid for a while until you brush your teeth multiple times. But occasionally, if I'm chopping some garlic at my chopping board in front of the stove, I will chomp on a clove. I'll pop a clove in my mouth and go chomp, chomp, chomp. It's very strong, but like it's nice. Love a good lime. I think limes are nice, but I don't know if it could be argued against that they are like, you know, the shit brother of lemons. Like, I think they're nice, but they're no lemon. Lemon is like a much superior lime. I think limes are situational. Like, rarely am I like, oh, I wish I had a lime on hand, but I'm always like, make sure we have lemons in the house. Even though Emma probably eats more lemon than I do, but she just puts them in drinks. Impossible? Really? Okay, blow it up then. Whee! That work? You did. Fantastic. Is that because we created lemons rather than them forming naturally? That's true. They're a, what's it called? They're a hybrid fruit, aren't they? Like oranges. Why have you become so opinionated on lemons now? Lemons are great. Lemons are top tier fruit. I mean, they kick the shit out of, like, apples, for instance. Like, lemons are really good. I had an orange for the first time in ages the other day. I hadn't had an orange since I was about 14, maybe, and I bought some oranges on a whim. Oranges are great! Why haven't I been eating oranges? Oranges might be one of the best fruits. They come in their own little packaging. They're great. Hello, Tarn. Who are you? This man gapes at your lightsaber. I hope not. It would burn the rim.
Jedi. I've got to tell the others.
Please don't. If you warn the others, I will destroy you. I forgot what an orange tastes like. See, I don't really like orange juice. Like a... oh, right, vegan. I don't think orange juice is very nice. So I've had orange juice since then. But I've never had like a full orange. Just bite into an orange. We have weekly oranges and bananas. I would say oranges I prefer to bananas. I'm not a banana person. I like bananas in smoothies. Smoothies are really good for bananas. Or other way around. Other than that, I don't think I would ever consider just eating a banana. Like holding a banana and eating it. I think that's gross. Oh, the manta ray boys in the background. I forgot they existed. You must have shit orange juice. I've had bad, terrible orange juice, and I've had really fancy, nice orange juice and fresh squeezed orange juice. I just don't like it. I like the texture of an orange more than the juice of the orange, I think. It tastes the same if it's good. I live for the day that there's somebody saying, oh, I only consume natural ingredients, nothing man-made, no GMO nonsense, while drinking lemonade so I can smack it out of their hands. Dreya drinks shit juice. The last juice I had was cranberry juice, which is the best juice. There was no better juice than cranberry juice. Even the cranberry juice I had was terrible cranberry juice, and it was still good. What do you have against Jedi? I'm just a guy.
Ah, leave me be, Jedi.
Kill him. Break his legs before he can go tell people. That was a bad idea. You revealed yourself. This may complicate your efforts. Ah, fuck. Really? Okay, don't talk to randoms. Hello, Protocol Droid. Can I fix you?
Good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine.
Good for avoiding kidney stones? I know, is it grapefruit that's really bad for your kidneys? I guess cranberry juice is the opposite. Cranberry juice and vodka is pretty good, but those days are behind me now. I have had vodka once, and I was about 5, so I don't know what it tastes like. I imagine it doesn't taste like potato peels, right? Because that's what it's made from. But I don't know what vodka is, like how it tastes or anything. I imagine it would taste very medicine-y, because it's so clear and sharp. It tasted like owie. My dad, I saw my dad playing D&D with his friends and drinking when I was very young, when I was about 5. And I walked in and was like, what's that? And he poured me like half a shot of vodka as a joke and gave it to me. And I went, ah! I didn't have vodka again. I see that the droid is malfunctioning. How did you become so damaged?
My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic.
Ooh, Sith invasion.
Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be over?
Have you been mementoed? I think he's been mementoed. Self-diagnostic and report.
Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos misaligned by 32 degrees. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months overdue for maintenance.
Fix the droid's memory unit.
Error.
Ah, fucker.
Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be over?
My repair is so shit, isn't it? I'll be going now. What I really wish, because this guy's repair is great, I think. I really wish I could do it as this guy, but I don't think that's a thing. Oh, maybe it is. I would like computer repair.
Greetings,
yes.
Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine.
I don't think that's how it worked in the previous one. Why did you call me a Jedi?
My memory banks recognize you.
Oh, you're old then. You're very old.
Among many Jedi who were trained in the Academy here at the Enclave prior to its destruction during the Sith invasion.
Like a Fox News reporter asked about how America was built. I have no memory of this. What do you know about me specifically?
You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. My memory has no record of your return before now.
Okay. Is that all?
You had no direct interaction with this droid. However, I had one instance of a conversation between Masters Vrook and Vandar regarding you.
Ooh, play it.
Beginning playback. Error. Recording partially corrupted. Resolving.
It's like
Today I
VLC.
caught her in a heated argument with my Padawan. Her master refuses to properly discipline. I want to know what action you intend.
Luke, I respect your wisdom, but it is not your concern.
But uncontrolled. Whatever the other Padawans see her do, they are quick to do the same. Other students dislike her intensely.
True. An
To me,
average
it's
student
cool.
of the Force, but with a unique strength, is a natural leader.
I strongly disagree.
Average? Fuck you.
Mediocre Jedi. Lust for power will lead to the dark side. Furthermore, it...
Recording degraded. End playback. May I be
Well, that was
of further
rude.
service to
I
you?
hate that fucking guy. Strong opinion. Skrr. Horny for Velma. Skrr. What, why are we walking in a circle?
I am conducting my appointed rounds. May I be of any further service to you?
What can you tell me about Dantooine? What's going on here, then?
Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes.
It's like Connacht.
Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave, salvage of the ruins...
In my head,
become a key area
forever
of
now,
growth
this is
for
Space
the local
Connacht.
community.
What do you know of the ruins?
The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda outpost. You may visit the ruins at your own risk. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous...
Mayo
of
is
the
wherever the
Enclave
Wookiees are from. That's something I miss. These days, you have a 1 gigabyte video missing a byte and it refuses to play. 25 years ago, a real player video, 35 megs large, missing half the data. Here you go anyway. I've noticed that. I'm sure it's the encoding. But, like, I think I would be able to play something. Like, something would download if I was torrenting a movie back in the day. VLC, it would stop at, like, 65%, but VLC would still be able to play it. It would skip some shit, but, like, you know, it would be like, you could still play it and get the data from it. Whereas now, I think if it's even a megabyte off, it will not play. You'd have a second of purple distortion or green artifacts, exactly. Tell me about how the Enclave came to be ruined.
Approximately 5 years ago, the Dark Jedi Malak
5 years
and his
ago?
Sith fleet assaulted Dantooine. The surprise of the initial orbital bombardments prevented any resistance.
5 years ago? Kreia
The attack
cannot be
destroyed much of the
Bastilla
Jedi
then, in
Enclave,
disguise.
leaving only the
Because she is not
partially
5 years older than Bastilla,
The Sith
or
attack also
Revan.
concentrated heavily on some obscure
Maybe I've
roads
been
to the
way
south,
off, because
but
the
the reason
5
for
years
this
have passed. I thought it was like 20. Okay, fine. What do you know of me specifically?
You are on the...
Yeah, we've already done that. I'll be going
You
now.
will excuse...
Fantastic. We got some lore. I didn't realize it had only been 5 years. Hello, we'll talk to you. What do you want me to do, Pato Ado? I give you greetings. So many visitors come to Kunda. New faces arrive all the time. It's sad that all too often turmoil and strife bring the humans here. I am Pato Ado, an ecologist and xenobiologist. I await transport off this planet to rejoin my herd. I've explored much, but I'm anxious to depart. Why are you exploring? What little friendly things can I go do? I was sent to catalogue the natural resources of this planet. A fascinating planet filled with life. But even nature is troubled here. The ecosphere's balance has been lost. Without correction, the planet will falter in time. Your name has been lost from all records ever since you disappeared 6 months ago. It's so weird that it's only been 5 years. Like, HK47 looks fucked. It's constantly saying how fucked up this bot is, T3, and how battered and shit he is. If that is Bastilla, she looks about 40 years older than she did in the previous game. That is a weird choice. How did the planet lose its balance? If I understand your question correctly, then it's difficult to answer. Ecosphere forces are hard to disrupt. The fallen Jedi's proximities may be the root of the problem, but who can say? Something must be causing the mysterious behavior of the Kinrath. What's so unusual about the Kinrath? Kinrath are common to several worlds, where they are well known for their burrowing and nesting, but here they swarm. The tunnels near here appear to be the center of their anomalous behavior. Why are you anxious to leave? The wait for my herd ship has been long. I was eager to return to Telos, so I must find ways to pass the time. I've taken up with Pazak. Fuck off. Nope. Skip. No, absolutely not. Armor components, absolutely not. I don't care. I'm not doing this. Maybe later. Yeah, goodbye. I'm not doing Pazak. Stop making Pazak a thing. Stop trying to make Pazak a thing. It really does feel like Caravan in Fallout New Vegas, where it's a game that they clearly expected to be, like, take off. Like, what was the Witcher one? There's like a fucky Witcher, like, Hearthstone clone called, like, Gwent or something, and that really took off. Felt like they wanted to become that. They could sell Pazak cards and Caravan cards in shops. Ugh. Gwent, yes. I never played Gwent, because I kind of hate CCGs. I played Hearthstone for a bit. I played Hearthstone for a season, I believe they call it, because that's like a sports league. It's filtered through seasons and they release new cards in between and stuff like that. I played one season of it. Did actually quite well. You wouldn't expect it, knowing me, I know, but I did quite well in Hearthstone. I played whatever the green is, I can't remember, like Hunter or something. Can't remember what he was called, but I had like a good deck. I did quite well. I ranked up fairly highly, and then at the end of the season it was like okay, everything gets reset and you start again, and I was like, I feel like I've finished the game. Like, I feel like this is enough for me. I have finished the game, and therefore all CCGs, because they're all identical, like, one season is perfectly fine for me, and I have gotten as much enjoyment as I'll ever get out of it. Currently playing Hearthstone. I mean, I have positive memories of Hearthstone, but again, I will never play it again. Like, there's no desire to play Hearthstone again for me. It's like a game I downloaded and played a couple of weeks ago. I downloaded a game called... Oh, I can't even remember what it's called. It was a Zoo Tycoon game, but it wasn't called Zoo Tycoon. It was like an indie version of Planet Zoo with, like, pixel graphics. And I played it, and I was like, this is really good. This is a fun time. I really enjoyed this game. And I played it for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours straight in one sitting, and I was like, I really like this. And then I uninstalled it, because I was like, I closed it down, and then sat there and thought, I have no desire to ever open up that game ever again, even though I had a really good time. So I uninstalled it instantly. And reinstall Planet Zoo, which is a game that fills me with rage sometimes. Let's Build a Zoo, that was it, thank you. And it was perfectly nice, but it was given away for free on Game Pass, and I went, this might be fun to play for a bit. And it was, and I'll never play it again. A fellow traveller, are you far from your homeworld as well? I am a Kere, a Sulustan starfarer, an honest trader. I think if somebody came up to me and said I'm an honest trader, it would make me about 100 times less likely to ever buy something from them. It just seems inherently weird to say, I am an honest trader. There we go. Every trader says they're honest, especially dishonest ones. Lamentably, this is the case, but Sulustans journey through space for the experience. Credits are necessary to keep going, but they are just a tool. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm honest matches. But if words will not persuade you, perhaps my prices might. Is this gibberish like the other alien languages, or is this like actually like an Asian language? Because it sounds like he's just speaking Japanese to me. I'm an honest trader, Gavnin. What do you sell? Mostly in droid components. I build droids too. They fly my ship and keep me company. I bet they do. Your droid companion's something or other.
It is a hostile galaxy master. Upgrades would allow us to pulverize our enemies more efficiently.
I've given you so many upgrades. Oh, for you. Oh, look. Yes, T3, I'm sure he has upgrades you can use. Sorry, I always find T3 cute. But for some reason, that was fucking adorable. I really liked it. There's the way he was looking up like, do you think there's anything I could use? Can I see what you've got? Fantastic. What do you have? Advanced repair kits I'll take. I'll buy a few of them. Buy item. There we go. Repair kit. Buy item as well. Computer spikes I'll buy. Always room for computer spikes. T3 fetish is getting too much. T3 is adorable. Not hot. I don't think you could make T3 hot. I looked for T334 on, what's it called? Rule34.com. And there wasn't really anything. There wasn't really any art of him joining in. It was all just like, it was tagged because he was like in the background watching like a Wookiee demolish somebody. Why would you do that? For tweets. Because, you know, I like looking up. You know what I did today to find the cursed image I tweeted out for announcing that the stream was happening? I went to rule34.xxx, typed in Star Wars, and then went to page 210 randomly, and then just scrolled for a bit. And then just went, yeah, that one. T3 in the cuck chair. Oh. And maybe just like, maybe not even a cuck thing, maybe just like a voyeuristic thing, like T3 likes to watch. He could probably... Look, I'm just saying, T3's most notable thing that he uses in a fight right now is the shock arm. So he could probably use that to stimulate a prostate. So he could join in if he wanted, it's just nobody's brave enough to depict that in art form. What do you have, by the way? What are you... defense barriers, shields, shit like that? Energy collector? What's the best shield? I already have a few of these. I already have 3 of these things. Brave enough. They get T3 to film for their sordid pleasure. The things that little bin has seen. Depraved enough. You can all go to sleep or go shopping or whatever. Whatever it is you people do. I like how rude I am to my chat sometimes. It's fun. You all see these things on the internet. Proceed to describe their elaborate Rule 34 searching processes. Well, I don't expect anybody to see the image that I tweeted out, which was like Rancor Vor, basically. Erect Rancor Vor is the only way I could describe it. But, you know, some of the other stuff. Like the concept of Rancor Vor, I would expect people to know about. Not that individual image, though. I don't think I need anything here. I think my armor is already better than this guy is selling. Give me a security tunneler. And some parts. Give me some parts as well. Parts are useful. Anything else? A droid processor? I don't think we need that. A toxin emitter. Carbonite projector. You know what? I'm going to get that just as a fun thing that they can use later. But I think other than that, we're good. Ooh, what's ion resistance? Nah. Bye. Got you some fun treats. Hates their chat. Horrible streamer.
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Okay. Oh, I could upgrade my lightsaber, couldn't I? Hang on. You work as a little thing. What's it called? A little thing. Upgrade an item. That's it. Fantastic. My lightsaber, please. I would like to change the color to violet. Because I don't like yellow very much. Anything else? I don't think I have anything else I can put on there. Assemble. There we fucking go. That's so much nicer. Oh, I could ask you about something else as well, though. When I was captured by Goto, how were you able to find Goto's yacht? I don't care. Bye. Programming spike? No. T3 would be involved more if Hitachi made attachments for them. You probably could. If you could get, like, a space Hitachi personal massager. They're definitely not sex toys. They're personal massagers. Has anybody ever used them to, like, massage their shoulder? No, but they're technically personal massagers.
You'll find
Hello,
Lou
Dylan.
welcome here,
Oh, you're
Jedi.
here.
For your own good,
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be going now. I've already mushed your mind once. I don't need to do it again.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. I've had enough of it for a lifetime.
Don't you trust my freakish little eyes? I'm so nice. I helped Telos massively. I can do the same for you. Whatever the last planet we were on, maybe not so much. But Telos, I've done great for. We did put them in danger in the first place, but also helped.
Running around like a madman, raving that he was being chased by a Jedi.
Oh, that fucking prick.
Idiot, to be sure. But he seemed genuinely frightened, and perhaps he did see something.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here?
Hang on a fucking second. Stop talking. Did you just put...
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were.
Are you doing a really bad Irish accent? And did you just say the words "to be sure"?
When we really needed them. I still don't believe it.
You're on thin ice.
My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi.
The Res game had a trance vibrator add-on for the PS2 that you could put under your feet to enhance the experience.
And we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Hello, receptionist. I mean, that PlayStation at one point had the PlayStation Move, right? Which was like their version of the Wii. It was like, oh fuck, old people are buying the Wii. We have to bring out our own Wiimote and motion sensor control and the Kinect and stuff. I think the PlayStation Move controller looked so much like a wand vibrator that it seemed impossible that it wasn't intentional. Like, the people who designed it are either the most terminally offline people in the world, or it was intentional. Hello, receptionist.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right?
Sure.
You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Fine. That was for your feet. That was the wink-wink excuse. Why does everyone think I'm a salvager?
You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
It's not fair to designers that so many different types of items can be put up yet. I guess any control, like the Xbox 360 controller that I'm going to be using soon, because my Xbox One controller seems to have broken. That's got two very noticeable prongs that vibrate, but I don't know, this doesn't actually seem that ergonomic for that use, I guess, but you could if you wanted to. Where's the admin?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Okay, why do you sound so frightened? Are you okay? Can I just stroke your face? Like, shh. Shh, it's okay. Shh. Who's my baby? It's okay. Just relax. Shh. Shh, it's all gonna be fine. You're safe. You're safe here. Back work mode didn't work. You put one of the handles up your bum and spin 360 degrees. I have to go. Bye. He's like a little frightened mouse. I'm worried about him. Hi.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
What's the difference with any politicians, am I right?
Why not?
Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
Why do you look so much like the nostalgia critic? It's putting me against you immediately. Don't like it. What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
The salvagers stole your equipment?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
That's a little bit fucked up. That's like a little fucky. I guess technically they didn't do anything illegal, but like that's a bit fucked up. Because they could go like, it was abandoned. Are you sure it's the salvagers?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby. And if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery.
I now have sushi and sparkling water. I should get sparkling water.
The other day I had to take a shot at one of them.
Although I'm going out for dinner later.
And Dantooine has enough
I need to end
trouble
on time.
that.
Because my parents are back in the country. My parents have flown back from Spain because my dad occasionally has to come back for work reasons. And also, they are selling their house. They're putting their house up for sale finally. So they have had some meetings with estate agents and stuff. I think they're just like, what's it called? Dressing the house, I believe is what it's called. Where they're like repainting some walls and cleaning it up a bit and putting it right for photos and stuff for when it goes up on the website. So they're here, so I'll probably meet them for dinner afterwards. What did they steal? I will buy Casa del Dreya. It is genuinely a terrible house. I'm not going to say which house it is for obvious reasons, but one of the reasons is nobody would buy it because it is a shit house that was constantly falling over. The house is probably about, oh god, I don't know, a few hundred years old at least. And it was constantly crumbling into the fucking ground, like constantly needing to be repainted and rebuilt and refurnished. And awful, awful house. So cold. I used to have to wear gloves regularly at my desk. Because even with the heating on, like the central heating or a heater, even with the heating on, my hands would be so cold that I wouldn't be able to type. Like, they'd go slightly numb and stiff, and I wouldn't be able to type. So I had to wear gloves in order to use my computer in the winter. That is how fucking awful that house is. Leaks. Awful. Sounds like a $2 million property in Sydney. People buy fire-damaged homes in Australia for millions. Oh, God. Grim. I just did a fire-damaged home in House Flipper, and it was a lovely experience. Because it was easy. That video will be up on the weekend, I think. That was fun, making a place flawlessly sparkling and the estate agent saying, it's not clean enough, do it again. I think that's what my parents are going through right now. They seem slightly stressed. Am I helping? God, no. What did they steal?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Maybe they just hate you. Why doesn't the administrator help?
It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late.
I understand that
You just sound sad.
This sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind, they favor the salvagers.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
That's fine. That seems like an easy thing. Just go in and just be persuasive. Basically mush their brain up. Stir their little brainos. I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
I would need to know where it is, I guess. War veteran turned farmer, having trouble with a thief who keeps stealing important equipment from his farm. He's sure that one of the salvagers is responsible, and he wants the thefts to stop before it comes to any bloodshed. Revealed yourself to a Jedi, lost Jedi, that's fine.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
That's nice of you. Oh Christ, there's so many rooms. Hello, Berun Bodrul. Speaking of
what
shit
brings
names.
you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavek.
Instantly, I don't like you. You're too chipper, and you're a cop. A chipper cop is a dangerous thing. That means you're a serial killer. It looks like my office foyer. That's quite a nice foyer. Garavik? This guy's an idiot.
Oh, sorry. If you're brand new to these parts, you may not have any issues with Garavik. Unlike
you look
most
oddly
everyone else.
photorealistic. I don't like it. You look weird. You look a little bit like Sean William Scott.
You're fortunate not to know him. He's a salvager. His purpose in life seems to be causing us headaches. I can tell he's back in Kunda just by the pounding in my head.
I don't like his eyes.
If you're not here about Garavik, do you have some
Feels
other
like they're
problem?
staring right at me. Seems like Dantooine has a lot of trouble.
I don't even want to get
Oh shit,
into
he
it.
does.
Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it.
He also
I
looks
don't
like
know
one of the
what we'd do
default
without
NPCs
Administrator
in
Adare. She
Half-Life
managed
2.
to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and Zeron too, I suppose.
Oh, it sounds like you're not a fan of Zeron. Dish girl!
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a
Depends
bit more
on the
freedom.
laws, I guess.
So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a ranker with a stun stick. To a ranker, it's just a
Hard,
minor
man. How
nuisance.
hard.
But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight
Thought
back.
you were wholesome.
The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
Oh god, there's a lot of politics on this planet. Can't anyone do anything about it?
It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well then maybe he should be replaced.
What could I do to help?
Just look around. See if Zeron's up to something on the side. Something that'll hurt the fragile peace we got with the mercenaries. So if you happen to find something out like that...
Okay, add it to the
you should
list.
see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's
Oh, I'm
back.
sure you do.
I just feel...
Oh, I hate going around the captain's
just have a
back
feeling
and maybe
about it.
getting promoted afterwards. I hate it. I'll be going now.
All right, stay out of trouble now.
I find you as creepy as fuck. Are you the admin guy? Adam Larp. Adam Larp, you were here on the first game. I remember. I don't know. I'm pointing at the camera like that. You. I remember Adam Larp. You were a seller of some sort.
I noticed that you're not heavily armed. At least not heavily armed enough. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Adam, a simple merchant with a noble purpose. Settlers and other fine humans on Dantooine have been plagued by war, calfhounds, kinrath, mercenaries, and other fearsome troubles. It is much, much too sad to see these things happen to humans. Therefore, my mission is clear.
What's your mission?
To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I offer the highest quality weapons at the lowest of low prices. I'm here offering you much in the way of weaponry at a low, low price. How can any sentient pass up such a bargain? They can't. Weaponry it is, and weaponry I have. What is it you'd like to buy from me this fine day?
Sure. What do you got? More med packs, I'll buy those. Jesus Christ, I need them. A Padawan robe. Ooh, an alloy heavy suit. Dexterity bonus +4. That's pretty good. Oh no, max bonus +4. Just defense bonus +6. That's probably not as good as mine then. Again, silencer, double-bladed sword, a Sith war sword. That's kind of fun. Kill them. I hate going around their back, but I do get a cheeky glance at their bum. That's one of the words I also hate. I don't like the word bum for some reason. Ooh, another crystal. I'll take that. Anything else here, really? A repeating blaster rifle, a disruptor rifle, blaster carbine, sonic carbine, hunting mask, neural band. I think this is all not particularly useful, right? This is all fine. I don't think I need anything here. Give me a couple more med packs. And a couple of antidote kits, because I don't have any of them. And then we'll close it. Hates bum lore. Ooh, what's this? Is that the armor you were just selling? And are these the double-sided, like, Sith swords or whatever the fuck? Kinda cool. Where are my boys? Where's my other boy? Where'd my less shiny boy go? My rusty boy. Has anybody seen Rust Boy? Hang on.
Ready to
Oh my
serve.
god, you're just fucking harassing the receptionist. Oh god. Right. Everybody congregate here. Is this the door I need to go into? You must be the administrator. Hello.
A visitor. Please, come in.
Oh, you're very posh.
Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
It is a ship, yes. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dorito. The ship that ship is one of the fastest in the galaxy. Why am I getting all weird? ASMR me, mommy. A very posh administrator. That's a very specific blend of ASMR. Excuse me, have you filed the correct paperwork here? I can't let the ship go without this impound tax being produced. What have I just walked in on? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours?
Yeah? Yes, why?
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
I don't think ships can be Jedis, but there's probably something in the expanded universe that says otherwise. I'd prefer if you kept that quiet. Jedi don't seem to be that liked here, or practically anywhere. Droz was doing ASMR again, only briefly.
That is an unfortunate truth. And a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong?
Yeah, why do they blame the Jedi for the Sith? They're two different things, sort of.
I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
I'm looking for Jedi. Could you tell me who you're talking about?
My friend, let's just call him Frook. We've known each other for many years.
Is that the one who hated me?
Our continued friendship could create many problems.
Or is it the Yoda boy?
Political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important.
Should you be talking in front of this guy about this?
Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
Sure. No. He didn't send for me, but I would much desire to meet with him.
Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
Sure. I mean, I was going there anyway. As soon as I landed, like 4 people went, "Oh, don't go by the haunted ruins." So of course I was going there. I actually came to search the Enclave ruins anyway.
This could work to both of our advantage. You can search for artifacts for your own interest, and also
you don't need to make it sound so salacious.
I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Why are you so pale? You're very pale. Berun believes that Zeron is up to something. I've decided to stick my oar into this nonsense.
I have no doubt that Berun means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Berun asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope.
Already done. I have evidence that Zeron's actions are endangering Kunda. I do not, so let's go away. What's going on?
I realize that I'm asking you for help, but you must also know that I am the head of this nominal government. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to divulge all information to you.
Okay.
There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dant. Besides that...
Okay, I'll be going now. Bye. Let's go out into the world, see what we can find. We need to find Enclave Scavenger Camp. That's kind of it, really. Maybe. That's, I think, about right. Bye. Kunda Plains. The war between the Sith and the Jedi Civil War destroyed much of the planet's surface, apparently, despite the fact that it looks identical to when we were last here. It must be very nice when they reach this point in the development cycle and they were like, oh, thank fuck, we get to reuse a planet. We don't have to build another planet. That is so much work. We only have 4 days to make this video game. Open this random chest that's here, bot boy. A Krath Holy battle suit. That might be cool. I didn't ask any directions, by the way, while I was there. That's probably a bad idea. Didn't ask a single person where I was supposed to go. It was just like, oh, this is the name of the place you should be. Cool. Can I go off in this direction, please? This looks like something. Are these the Kinrath? I think these are the Kinrath. Probably don't want holes in your battlesuit, to be fair. I think these might be the Kinrath. These are the Buggo boys who we got the crystals from. Yes, they are. I don't remember these being too bad. I think they were fine, right? Are you not using the fucking... Where's your gun? Sorry. Didn't mean to yell that as loud as I am. Where the fuck is your gun? Use the fucking blaster rifle you have in your pockets. Okay, these aren't too bad. These are fine. Now that you actually used your gun, it'll be okay. There's a ruins over there with a boy. Probably check that out. Why does everybody insist on just losing their shit in this game? Send the boys in unarmed again. Oh, it's sorry, it's in my pocket. I didn't realize. Who are you? I like your coat. Who are you? Sade.
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that.
I'm an old
You shouldn't
man.
be out here anyway. This is Kinrath territory.
A lot of these voices are like me voice acting. I mean that in a bad way. What are you doing out here?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
Why do you suspect foul play? There was a detective minigame on this planet when I first was here.
I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need...
Sorry, visibly not even looking at his face while he talks, just following the manta rays in the background.
Keep an eye out for something.
Are you listening to me? What? What? Something about a bike? Genuinely have no idea what you were saying. What's an atmospheric sensor? There's a manta ray. This is more important.
It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken.
That seems fine. Any idea where they could be?
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Well, like you framed against the sunset. That's a very nice shot. You could be a model. You've got kind of that, like, wasp waist. You've got the big hips. Wide shoulders. You could be a model. Just have to bolt on some squishy parts. Kill the Kinrath. Who the fuck is... Were you firing at my feet? Is this because I said you could be a model and now you're shy? You're all like bashful about it. No, I don't like compliments. They're hitting me harder than I'd like. Could you kill them faster? Use a shield. No. Don't wanna. Shoot him. Ooh, I forgot that this can stun people. Because it never fucking works. I love that little crescendo. You won! What hurt me there? I just took damage without it doing an animation. Okay, now everything's dead. What's in this horrible little cavern? The crystal cave! It was here that we got the crystals from! Wasn't this the planet you killed that woman's droid that she was in love with in the last game? He killed himself, sort of. Like, he wanted to commit suicide. He was like, I hate that woman so much. She keeps me as a love slave because her husband died and she can't get over it. I want you to beat me to death, please. And and then go tell her why. And I went, can I just, like, fix you up and not do that? Because I don't want to. And he was like, no, I really am going to need you to, like, beat me to death with your bare hands. And then tell her why I did it. Okay. And then she walked into the sea, I believe. She just walked into the sea. There were no other exits, by the way, other than that one. So let's go into the Crystal Cave. And we never saw her again. Suicide by Dreya, truly a lost soul. It was a pretty horrible quest, because it was an extremely low point of KotOR 1. But again, I'm annoyed that the droids act like that. Like, have some self-worth. You could have come along as, like, a little companion. Oh, hello. The mercenary ahead doesn't notice you. He appears to be walking past the Kinrath unharmed. Ooh! Have you slathered yourself in Kinrath semen? Or whatever they use. Pheromones? What are pheromones? Some sort of slime? Oh, that did a lot of damage. A Viper Kinrath. Are they poisonous? Oh, some rubble. Is that a rubble? Oh, an atmospheric sensor. We got one. Okay, fantastic. Was that what we wanted? Hang on. Sensor search. Yeah, there we go. We found 3 broken atmospheric sensors. He'd pay $3 grand for them. That's pretty good. You failed to acknowledge you're besotted with T3. Why couldn't that woman enjoy love with a bin? I mean, it was the fact that he didn't seem into it. Like, if T3 was like, no, stop rubbing up against me like that, then obviously you'd stop. But this woman was like, I think it might have been implied that she was like treating like him like her husband, and was like, you know, rubbing the husband's cologne on his face and stuff like that, and sort of wiggling on him. It was a bad scene. I didn't like being involved with it. I'm gonna need a shield, by the way. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Put on, what's a better shield? I want a Mandalorian melee shield? That's probably the good one for this situation. So you killed them both. It's better this way. Just wipe this crime off the face of the planet. He was disgusted with you when he convinced those boys to kill themselves. That's true, but since then he's come round again. Fuck me, I'm taking a lot of damage, even with the shield. Maybe I should buy new shields. Spent ages winning the bin background. How can I check what my opinion is? Because I'm full on light side now. How do I check my, like, my like stat? What would you even call it? Yeah, I'm actually more light side than T3. How do I check, like, how much they like me? My favor with them, however you want to put it. Maybe it's in feats, skills, group, party selection? I don't know. I don't know if there is a way. Maybe it's a hidden stat. Like, you don't need to know that. Shock arm. I don't think you can, no. Oh, that's not doing as much as I'd like. Also, it helps if you shoot too, Mr. HK.
Yes, Master.
There we go, that's better. Anybody else? I have a heal that I should be using. Hang on. Why aren't I using my big heal skill? I guess that's another reason to take maybe Kreia or MasterCard. Because they can be healed by my heal spell, whereas these fuckers can't. You just have to be nice and talk to them. Well, that's unlikely to happen much, to be honest. Oh! Buster Rocket. That's for Mira, I think she uses rockets. Hit him before you take so much damage. Just hit him. There we go. The stasis just doesn't work. What's the point of it? Sorry, I'm just gonna do that every so often. Is this the right way to go? Are we going backwards now? Are we looping round on ourselves? Oh, there's more rubble to look through. It's like a pleasant dungeon. I will probably level up soon. Hello, mercenary. Okay, the mercenary doesn't care about me. The mercenary's like, maybe the mercenary's a slave. Maybe it's the other way around. I said that the mercenary might have slathered himself in Kinrath semen. Maybe the Kinrath have covered him in Kinrath semen. And now he's gone like, he's gooned out. He's gooned out of his mind. He's in a goon state. And now he doesn't know where the fuck he is. All he knows is that he has to masturbate over some eggs to fertilize them. That's their life cycle. We've figured it out.
This is fucking minging. Suck your dad.
You. Stop fucking sending Kinrats at me. I want to talk to the boy. Oh my Christ. Fine, more bugs. They're kind of cute. I like their weird little face heads.
Ratio achieved.
Good. Talk to me, Mr. Mercenary. Please. Please don't go any further. I need to talk to you. Hello.
You shouldn't be sneaking around like that. These tunnels are too dark to tell man from beast.
I wasn't sneaking. I was being so loud. I love to only play Yakuza and masturbate over eggs. Oh, I live to play Yakuza and masturbate over eggs. I thought genuinely there could be a Yakuza minigame where you try to fertilize a duck egg or something. I was like, this duck is in trouble. Her man ran away. You need to help. Otherwise she'll be upset. I guess it would be more fish. I think that's how it works, right? Like, a girl fish lays her eggs in like a big pool, and then everybody just sort of bukakis them. And each other. And I think they eat it as well. Like fish, big fish orgy. They just jizz everywhere. That is how it works. It's nature and it's beautiful. I think that's how it works. So I guess that's probably how you'd have sex with a mermaid. She'd probably just lay her eggs. And you'd go over and just sort of quietly, horribly, like, rot over them. Like... And then 9 months later you'd have a merman. Quote ad, big fish orgy. That's not how I remember the band name. My apologies, I do not sneak. Yeah, I wasn't sneaking. Okay, what are you doing here? The crystal caves are filled with Kinrath. I noticed. What are you doing here? Also, how old are you? You're so wrinkled. You look like Gordon Ramsay. I'm just exploring. What are you doing? I'm a rock collector. The cave strata and crystal formations are absolutely fascinating. Oh, you're just a nerd. You're just a nerd. Have you tied your tentacles in an adorable little scarf? I'd probably do that as well. You're different from most of the mercenaries I've met. More sensitive. And then I slowly, like, put a hand on his chest and, like, traced my finger down. And go, would you like to come talk about rocks with me sometime? We do like a little shy move. This is how I persuade in this game. You're different from most of the mercenaries I've met. I'm an explorer and a scientist. My profession as a mercenary enables me to travel the galaxy and explore caves on many planets. You mentioned crystals. Crystals in this cave are unlike any I've seen. Some are warm to the touch and others are freezing. They seem to draw and contain energy of some sort. This energy is the Force. I sense some small Force potential within you. I wouldn't speak of the Force if I were you. Most of my mercenary brethren would assume you're a Jedi and try to collect a bounty on you. And what would you feel about that? Would you maybe like it if I was to die? Why don't they attack you? That's a trade secret I'm afraid I cannot share. You will tell me your trade secret.
Statement. It is fortunate that I am a droid and beyond such things.
Yes, I do use this a lot. I will tell you my trade secret. I recently discovered that these Kinrath discern friend from foe based primarily on scent. The common Kinrath have an odor-emitting gland near their rectum that keeps them from attacking each other. Carrying the Kinrath gland with me allows me and the other mercenaries to avoid notice. Can I take a rectal gland, please? I would like a rectal gland. Sadly, I only have one on my person, which I need to keep the Kinrath from attacking me. I could extract another for you, but it takes several hours. Yes, please. No, don't take his gland. I'm not going to take his anus. I'm not in that way. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna mush up his brain. Give me your rectum. I'll be going now. Like, maybe I could wait here for a couple of hours, take a nap. Ooh, a target assessor. Don't know what that is. It's probably for a droid. I don't want to just, like, wreck his entire day. Although if I kill all of them, then maybe it'll be good. Although it might only work for this colony of Kinrath as well. You never know. We're gonna have to milk one of these things. Just put it in, like, a table with a hole cut out of the middle. Milk it dry. And then sort of bathe in the fluids that come out. And then we're immune to Kinrath. Have we killed every one of these? Was there any places I didn't go? Because I didn't actually find any crystals. I'd like some crystals. Nah, we didn't go in this room. Crystals, please? Dashade Sonic Blaster. No idea what that is. Are these whippets that are on the floor around me? Oh, are these like giant industrial grade whippets? Poison rocket and a fitness package. It's like a subscription to one of those, you know, workout podcasts. What is this? What are you? Are you a prison? This is like a cool little prison. I think I've gone everywhere now, have I? No, I haven't gone up there yet. Sure. Have we been everywhere? Refuses to use map. I just did there. I remembered it existed. Hello. Oh, there's more of them. Can I, now that I know what I'm looking for, can I rip out this one's anus? Like, surely I wouldn't need just the gland. I could probably just slice off the entire anus and then just rub myself with it and it would have the same effect. Like, I don't just need the tiny gland. Although, if it's anything like dogs have anal glands, don't they? And you need to, like, get up in there in order to access them. So maybe I'd have to, like... I'm about to say a horrible sentence. Maybe I'd have to make them prolapse first. Yeah, that's appropriate. Kill it. Oh no. Open rubble, please. Fantastic. More parts and plasma grenades. I mean, that is useful. Grenades and explosives seem more useful in this one than other ones. Although, in the last game I put 0 points into demolition, so maybe that was the reason it was so shit. Oh, I see the crystals! Hive Kinrath, is that stronger than our one? The prolapse and the anti-lapse forces did battle, but there was no winner. What, so somebody would be making somebody prolapse and the other one would be hastily shoving it back in? Please, in or out, just leave it one direction.
I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
Ooh.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here.
Yep.
I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps
those caught in the middle were the hardest.
Who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Okay. You said the crystals absorb the force. I feel strange, but not weaker.
The crystals here do not drain force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the force.
So in a way, they're milking me. Tell me more about these crystals.
The crystals here are infused with the force.
Thank you.
Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers.
I will do that. Okay, I love that it just says okay. Oh, some boys! Oh no, okay. Well, I have Force Wave, which I keep forgetting to use. So let's use a few Force Waves here. Thank you. Please. Thank you. And one more. Lovely. And then start beating the shit out of them. Oh, you need to jump over him, please. There we go. I love how much that confused, terrified looking cat is getting used. It's one of my new favorite emotes. Although again, I think if you've been on the internet for long enough, this shouldn't be shocking. Should I kill their eggs, or should I fertilize their eggs? Although I don't know what equipment my character is working with. We never got a choice like in Baldur's Gate. So it's ambiguous genitalia. Would I be able to fertilize these eggs? Bash! Fucking kill them. Just reduce the population. We're doing a cull. They're caused tuberculosis. We need to cull them. There we go. Keep going. Maybe we should leave some of them so we don't just decimate the local population. Never heard such cursed things anywhere else on the internet. Crystal formation. Can I do... Ooh, a crystal bondar. Get that. My lightsaber is going to be fucking incredible. Glowing crystal formation again. Dorito Goblin crystal. What? Dorito Goblin crystal?
The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed.
What does it mean? Get the named lightsaber crystal. Pet rock achievement.
The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow.
We call it the Fable mechanic.
Will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Thank you. Is the bond dangerous?
Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve,
okay,
and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve.
That is a weird image you've just presented to me. Okay, fine. Does the crystal feed off the light side of the Force?
The crystal is in tune with you.
Okay. I hope I don't have to feed it. Okay, I mean, I'll just say, okay, I'll put that in a bit. Crystal never responds to me. My own fault for messaging at 2 a.m. These are terrible jokes. Like, they make me sad. How many more crystals are in here? I feel like I've never met anybody named Crystal. It seems like a name that exclusively you pick as like a stripper name. I'm not saying nobody's named Crystal. Like as a real name. I feel like it's rare. It's very Australian. I've met heaps. Really? Are there lots of Australian crystals? I would say maybe if I knew more people who were into crystals, like as in JO crystals or cancer healing crystals, like Prince Charles or that guy on Craigslist who masturbates to charge them. I feel like then maybe they would name their kids Crystal. Every Aussie is Bruce, J, Silas, or Crystal. Hello, Marlo. Okay, I think that's everything we needed from it here. I mean, we didn't need anything from in here, really. This is just an extra. Or Sheila. That's the other stereotypical name, by the way. Sheila. Although I tend to hear Sheila not as a name, but as a slang term. If somebody's pretending to be a misogynistic Australian, they'll use Sheila the way that a Cockney might say birds. Like, there's a lot of Sheilas around here, instead of, oh, look at these fit birds. Masturbates to charge them being the first words of your mouth is disappointing, but not surprising. That was real, the J.O. crystal. Sheila is neither used as a phrase nor a name. I know, but it's a stereotype. I was about to say it's like everybody in Ireland being named Paddy, but no, that does actually kind of hold up. That's fairly common. Padraig is a fairly common name here. Like, Paddy Murphy is probably one of the more common names in Ireland. Okay, I think I can get some money from this guy, because we found his weird little
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors?
I did. I found 3 of them.
That's great news. My office
I don't know
still
one
stands.
Patrick.
I'll pay you.
Do I know any Patricks,
3,000
actually?
credits for all of them.
I think I have, but not currently. That guy that moved to an outback town and got killed was called Paddy. Of course he was. The current host of the Late Late Show is Paddy, but I don't know him. Awareness. It sounds like it's worth more to you than that.
It is worth more to us than that. I'll pay you 4,000 credits for the lot of them.
That's perfect.
Thanks for your help on this. Here are the credits as promised.
Oh.
I'll get this to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
Zeron. That might be important to keep in mind. Zeron is... Baron Modril thinks that Zeron has been provoking the mercenaries for months and has increased the tension between the settlers and mercenaries. More amicable relations with the mercenaries, and thinks it would be in everyone's best interest if Zeron stepped down. Certain that Zeron is up to something but doesn't know what it is. If you could provide proof that Zeron is endangering diplomacy. That's not really proof, is it? Let's go in this direction. Manta Ray, they're back. Yeah, it's one of my I say one of my favourite Craigslist posts, as if I have other Craigslist posts that I know. But it's one of the few things I know about Craigslist, is that one guy who was like, for sale, experience jerking off on a crystal. Need a J.O. bud to charge up my crystals with. They make you more powerful. Oh, Jesus. That's a massive cat hound. And some Mercy Boys. Hello, Mercy Boys. How are you, Dopak?
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it?
Capiche. I know it works because I've seen it glow. Exactly. I think it was meant to glow white. 1068, quote, everybody should time their piss. It can be like a club. What the fuck is that meant to mean? I read on this stream that the average piss is meant to take like 16 seconds or something like that. That is like the average length that all mammals take to pee. And I timed mine, and it was closer to like 8. And so for a while, not in a long time, but for a while, for about a month, I timed when I went pee. I timed the pisses. And I'd say the average length of time was like 8-9 seconds max. Maybe like 7 to 9 seconds. Like it was really short. And I was like, that's disappointing, because I feel like I'm being swindled, because a piss is nice. Like, not sexually, but it is a pleasant experience. It's like a sneeze. Very like a sneeze, but sort of longer. Why are you competing with every other mammal how long it takes to piss? I just remember reading that stat. I imagine horses are so hike up the average. That might be true. 1 second. But even the average piss length. From house cats to elephants, most mammals take about 20 seconds to urinate. That goes for humans as well. 20?! If going number 1 isn't clocking in at around 20 seconds, you might want to look at your daily habits. Do I just pee like twice the amount as other people? Like, as in number of trips? And it's like averaging out like that. Should I be holding it in more? I've been holding it in for about 20 minutes. What is the average size of urine? 1.4 liters? That's not true. Oh, per day. Okay, I can see that. If you're peeing out 1.5 liters in one trip, surely it would start to freak you out. It's fun to see how many people are finished before you are at a urinal. I used a urinal for the first time in a while. The other day, because I went to the cinema and all of the stalls were taken after I came out of Dune Part 2, because it was a long movie, so I went to the bathroom. So I had to use a urinal, which I fucking hate. And it was urinals without the barriers between them. Like, there was no, like, little half wall outside of the urinal. So I was just fucking out in the open, and it was horrible, and I hated it. But I had another experience at a public toilet where at least 3 people were at the same time as me peeing, and when I went over to wash my hands, they all looked at me, one by one as they finished and went out, looked at me, saw I was washing my hands, thought about it, and then just left. Including a small child and his dad, which was horrible. Like, I was like, the child, I think, was walking towards the sink, and I could see horrible habits being imbued in a small infant. Because there's like, I don't know, 9-year-old was like walking over to the sink, and then the dad went gruffly like, come on, and then they both walked out, and I was like, no!
He was doing it! What are you doing? Wash your fucking hands! Did we go through the pandemic for nothing? Look at this no piss hands show off. Alright, no piss. I've never timed it, but I'm thinking like 5 seconds. I know mine is way shorter. How often should you pee? And tips to help you go. On average, it shouldn't take longer than 30 seconds to urinate. If I had 30-second pisses, my life, I'm sure, would be better. Like, in some way. What is the 20-second bladder rule? It should take about 20 seconds to pee. You can set a timer or simply count in order to time it. Humans can pee for more than 20 seconds. The Wikipedia page for urine has come up. People are disgusting. Also, people mocking the pronunciation of urinal again. Sorry, I'll be American. Urinal. How are you sub 10? I don't know, but I'm definitely sub 10. Maybe you have a UTI, possibly. That's 10-second piss issue? Question mark? Why does it take only 5 to 10 seconds for my pee to come out? Why does it take me 10 seconds to start peeing? That's not an issue. Bladder obstructions, enlarged prostate, childbirth, I don't think that applies. Why do I have to go pee every 10 seconds? How many seconds should a pee last? 20? There's no, Is it normal to only pee for 12? Apparently it says 20 every time. Don't start saying things like sub 10. It's a speed run. Dreya, piss pump too strong. Maybe I've got like... Maybe it's like emptying out a bucket and it's because it's like a powerful blast, like a pressure washer or like a wide urethra or something, and it's like it comes out quicker. Dreya looking at medical issues instead of playing game. Drink more caffeine? That is a diuretic, isn't it? Maybe that's the reason. I hate it here. But I think most people are, I don't know, again, I would set everybody a challenge. Here's your homework for overnight. From this point on, time your pisses. See what you find out. Maybe it'll be interesting. Look, health checks are important. Do you know anything about a thief?
I know
Check
about
your
the
mate's
thief.
piss times.
The amount
I'm not
of noise
timing
the
a
settlers
piss.
have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask,
I'm not
I
joining
have
your
no
weird
idea who the thief
club.
is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it.
Fair. I heard you've been making trouble for the settlers.
What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around.
Wow.
You've seen them, right? They're weak.
That's strong talk coming from someone with that facial hair. This club needs to be banned. Just saying, it could be like a book club. I'm happy to be just part of something. Oh, first rule of Piss Club is wash your hands. Yes, as long if somebody walked into Piss Club and you noticed that they hadn't washed their hands, or they're walking out of Piss Club, because it's only like a 20-second club. It's like everybody walks in, lines up at the big trough that they have sometimes, which is fucking awful. But the big, the big metal trough when they don't have urinals, everybody unloads, times, like counts loudly, and then we go, and then we all go and wash our hands. If somebody doesn't, they are banned from Piss Club. Oh god, Dreya enforcing Piss Club lore on us. I feel like it would have to be a trough. Or there's a horrible one that you see sometimes, which I have never used, but I've seen it, where it's a circular trough. It's like a trough, but you're all kind of facing each other, like in a big circle. So it's all just like... It's all like you've decided to piss on a pillar, basically, but it's getting fed away somewhere. So that would probably how the Piss Club would have to be set up. I refuse to read out that message, by the way. That is such a horrible concept and phrase. Ooh. New tag on Dreya's stream next week is Piss Club. Their skills may not lie solely in warfare. That isn't a failing. Yeah, they might be farmers. Oh, now you're above it. Please stop developing Piss Club.
You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just
I'm
mean
not
their
that
weapons.
flaming.
I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but themselves for their problems.
There's some lovely
So the galaxy
1800s
has dealt them a
urinals near
bad
me.
hand.
You can see other people
They should
piss
ante
from
up and get
upstream.
back in the game. The
I don't
administrator
like
is
it.
different.
I think urinals should be outlawed. Or maybe, if you want to keep them, like all bathrooms should probably be unisex, right? And I think
maybe just have one bathroom that's all stalls, and then the other bathroom can be all urinals if you're a freak and want to use urinals. Like, it can just be like a wall with banks of urinals all around it. And then, like, a sink in the middle. That can be, like, a standard bathroom, and the other one could just be, like, lots of stalls. I would never use the urinal one. I would line up instead. Can you tell me about the mercenaries, by the way? What are my inals? Fuck off.
Most of us you're
using the Americanism. Well, actually, you know what? Who invented the word? What's the etymology? Urinal. Etymology. Comes from Old French and English, urine, denoting a glass container.
Urinal.
Urinal. Middle English denoting a glass container from the medical inspection of urine, via Old French from Latin.
Urinal.
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 Urinal. Too British. Well, it's an English word. I just want you to know, you're the one using the American one.
A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the galaxy. The really skilled usually wind up here.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking up urinals. The really skilled usually wind up here. Who's your leader?
A Sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper for Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to wage war.
So why haven't you been able to line up a job? There's too much piss lore. I can't go on.
We had a contract with the Republic, doing some work in the Outer
I think
Rim,
if there is going to be a urinal, it at least by law
now the Republic
should have to have
I hear they have no
a little dividing wall between it. Because I felt so exposed. Just slanging it out in the middle of a fucking room. I mean, it was against a wall, not in the middle of a room. It's not that bad. But, like, just people whipping it out, just out in the open, with no walls alongside them at all. It just felt wrong. It felt like a horrible experience. I really did not... It was a piss I deeply didn't enjoy. I'll be going now. I don't think I need to talk to you right now. Bye. Don't look up a urinal, you look down. Easier to aim. Oh, now I'm saying the American one. Urinal. Urinal. How easy are the cat hounds? Oh, not as easy. They seem to be taking a few hits to do. I've used urinals all my adult life, and I've never seen another scholar. No, neither have I. Because I would say I am hyper aware of where my eye line is anytime I've had to use one at a urinal. Like, if you're at a urinal, you are very, like, exaggerated in the fact that you are, like, not looking at anyone's penis. Because they're around, you're aware of them, you can sense them, but you can't look, because that'll make people very uncomfortable. So you look up, or you look down directly at your own, or you look straight ahead at the wall, you know, you look up into the corner of the room, anywhere but where they are. You look straight and forget there's a crowd, exactly. Also, I don't get stage fright when it comes to bladder things. I don't get, like, a shy bladder, I believe it's called. But it must be a nightmare if you do. Like, if you're a shy pisser, and you're like, oh, I don't want people to know what I'm doing. That's a horrible experience if all the stalls are taken. Because I think if you lined up for stalls in a men's bathroom, people would look at you weird. Even though I think everybody agrees that they're better. Because they always fill up first. I think people would look at you like, oh, just get over it. I did at the beginning of my transition, because I was convinced people could tell what genitals I had by the sound. Oh no. I don't know if that's true. Like, it's more of a sprinkler system if you've got a vagina, as opposed to like a hose if you've got a penis. I don't think that's a thing. Maybe it is. Maybe some, like, intense, like, transvestigator freak would be like, I'm listening for clues. Like a disgusted Scooby-Doo episode. By now, I think even if it is, people can't tell. I would guarantee that nobody would even think about it. Unless, again, they're a freak. If you're at a busy event, you are kind of forced to use them. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I had to use them at the cinemas, because a lot of people had just gotten out of Dune, and Dune was very crowded.
Urinals are freaking weird though. Let's piss on a frickin' wall. That's hygienic. I agree. I mean, again, at least they're better than the troughs. Like, the trough is really awful. Like, the trough is the worst of all possible worlds. I'd rather use even an unwalled urinal than a trough, because at least you're not, like, hyper aware that your piss is mixing with other piss, like at a trough. Also, there's always the thing of, like, what if I drop my phone in here? Like an intrusive thought. Really awful. The strongest piss I've ever heard did not come from a penis.
Tape a leg.
Damn, baby.
Go to the sub-level.
You
They're
piss
probably all gonna
loud.
get killed.
You fried chicken in here? Ha, I'm just kidding. I like it. That's the Sonic meme, right? Insert Sonic frying chicken fan art. Yes, thank you.
A visitor comes
Hello,
to our
Radlin.
delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity?
Was I meant to talk to you about the thing? I've been conditioned now. It's like Pavlov's dogs, but with Sonic fetish art instead of... What were they drooling for? Probably not fetish art, unless they were furries. That would be so much nicer. If he wasn't cutting open dogs and doing weird fucking experiments, if he was just, like, sexually teasing a furry, he would be remembered nicer by history. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A civilized person with manners. Very rare in this part of the galaxy. I am most honored to meet you. If I may, a question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts?
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Jedi holocron.
Okay.
You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find.
That's
this
not much.
Is not
Sure.
a matter of
I just made
negotiation.
3.
You should buy it quickly before others come.
Yeah, I'll take it. Honestly, that's nothing.
Well, your wisdom is immense.
I'm sure I'm being swindled, but that's
Now
nothing
business
to me.
is done. We can talk of other things.
It's like how
So,
Bill
what should we talk
Gates,
about?
isn't it, that stat? It was like, if Bill Gates drops $1 on the ground, the time he takes to bend over and pick it up, he's already made 2, so it's pointless. Few things more inclusive than a piss. Exactly, we all piss. Well, maybe, no. Maybe if you were born without external genitals. But it still counts as a piss if it's through a catheter, I think. Yeah, it's universal, I would say. Unless is it Kim Jong-un who claims that he absorbs all nutrients in? He might be the one person who doesn't piss. Do you know anything about a thief, by the way?
You should talk to Dreya. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the ruins of the Enclave.
Ooh.
I believe that the thief has to be living in the sub-level, because every place else has been visited many times by the salvagers. I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was dark, and the ruins provide many hiding places.
Don't know if I believe you.
I hope you've enjoyed your purchase.
Oh, it's a fake.
All sales are final, I'm afraid. You should take the matter up with the militia, but they will say the same.
You're nothing more than a thief.
Salvagers have been selling outsiders precious artifacts for a long time. Do not make this worse than it has to be.
Wow, I don't like you.
I want to discuss. Take the matter up with Zeron, head of the militia.
Bill Gates earned $117 per second. Fucking hell. And he's not even... Is he, like, not even in the top 5 richest people on the planet anymore? I mean, he's up there, don't get me wrong, but at one point he was the richest, right? Right, fine, I've got a fake holocron. I can't even remember what a holocron is. Let's talk to Dreya, and then I will save and exit, because I need to get ready for dinner later.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain?
I love your armor. It looks so much nicer than my bullshit. Well, can I have your armor? And your hair. I like your hair as well. I guess I'm a salvager technically.
Well, we don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back.
God, why is
There's
everyone so
nothing
fucking
you're gonna
hostile? Is it because of all the piss talk? Were they listening? I don't need your permission to go into the ruins.
You don't look like you're gonna crawl around the ruins. If you want to go to the sub-level, you are gonna need the administrator's permission, though.
Got it. Actually.
Well, you're welcome to go down there and die. The Lagrecs are hungry and could use a treat.
Why do you sound like a high school mean girl? What do you do here?
I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Slow business now, but I get by.
Who do you sell it to?
Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. Besides, that's none of your flaming business.
Flaming business. I associate flaming with like a description of a gay person. So, like the slang term. I've never heard flaming used like this before. She sounds a lot older than a teen. It's just the voice inflections. Can I see Grizzo from Greece, maybe? Isn't Greece the one where they're all like 48? Can I see what Jedi artifacts you have for sale?
You should have let me know you're a customer instead of letting me think you're some disease-ridden salvager. Let me show you what I've got.
Some crystals. I will take a Rubat crystal. I will take a Bondar crystal. I'll just take a lot of crystals, because I'll probably be making more eventually, right? Red cyan. Ooh, sigil crystal looks amazing. Attack +1 and more energy damage. Damage +2 and attack +2. I'll take that as well. I'm spending a lot of money on crystals, but sure. Fantastic stuff. And oh, another lens. I'll take a lens. Discharge energy cell. Massive criticals. Disrupting emitter. Stun for 2 rounds. I might do this. This looks great. Okay, give me some emitters. Give me some more cells. Massive criticals 1 to 3. Blaster bolt deflection +1 doesn't seem amazing. Give me this one as well. Anything else? Jedi robes, that's all fine. Thank you. I need to sell off some shit, don't I? Right, I'm gonna save here. We're gonna save it as join the Piss Club. No! Fine, just call it Pissers Weekly. That could be the name of the club. Fantastic. And I will exit the game. Thank you for watching, everybody. This continues to be very fun. I'll be live again tomorrow, probably. I imagine. I might be busy. I hope I'm not. If I'm not busy, I will be live again tomorrow for... I've clicked over to a screen, and it seems to be working. I'll be live for this, the WILB. It'll be a short stream either way. It'll be about 2 hours, but I'll be playing a little bit of 3 Scuba to Do games. So that'll be fun. I mean, it probably won't be. It'll probably be a nightmare because they all look very bad, but I'll play them anyway. In the meantime, I will raid somebody, and I hope you have a lovely evening. /raid. Who's live? Not many people are live. I feel like a lot of people are taking like the Easter week off of streams. There's not that many people who are live right now. Let's raid this person, because I see they're playing a game I like. Well, it might be a game I like. If this is... I can't tell which game they're playing. It's either a fun one or the sequel, which I thought sucked. So let's see. This person. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Show us your tits. Show them.